that many podcasts left. We don't.
No, we don't.
We got about what, two more, three counting this one. It's like
2 or 3.
1 week, 2 week, 3 week, Christmas off until next year. So
yeah,
and that last one's going to be Game Awards, and so in between, it's like we're running out of news. We're running out of time to go over this news.
Yeah, there's not enough time for the news.
Yeah,
Huey Lewis is sad.
That's right. So welcome back, everybody, to the RageSelect podcast right here on RageSelect. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Mike.
And we got some news. It's pretty good news. It's some pretty good news. I went through, like, it's not the greatest news, but like it's pretty good news.
It's news.
It's news. There's a lot of stuff. I think it's going to be a very weird week, just vibes wise.
Okay. Well, both of us were talking about just how my job is just on fire.
Yeah.
So the vibes are off.
The
right
vibes
now,
are
Jeff.
a bit off. Yeah.
The vibes need their batteries replaced.
Hey, you know what? At least it's not 80 fucking degrees in Texas anymore, because
for
through
now.
November it was like 85 for the entire month, and I was like, "Where is winter? God damn it!"
I looked at my forecast, and I think it's going to be in the 60s next week.
I mean, that's acceptable.
Yeah.
You still wear a jacket when it's. I just want to wear my nice jacket for a few months.
The high is like 71 on Saturday.
That fucking sucks. That's what my air conditioning is set to. That's so. Anyway, sorry. It's the most boring conversation.
Let's talk about the weather more.
Yeah, this is a weather podcast.
How about that weather, guys?
Yeah. Actually, I
was just double checking the weather
before we get started. I watched. You'll never guess. You'll never guess, Michael. There was absolutely nothing.
Did you watch sports, you psychopath?
No. I'm not that far gone.
How about them Cowboys, Jeff?
Professional cricket, maybe. I don't know. Do they still put roller derby on the? I'm only in for stuff that would be on the Ocho. Okay,
yeah, ESPN the Ocho.
If it was going to be on the Ocho, that's what I would watch.
If it's like a sport, we'll air it.
Baseball, come on.
Baseball,
tennis. I don't know.
Mario Tennis. I would watch Mario Tennis if it was on the Ocho.
I would. No, you remember when they used to put esports?
Yeah,
it was like they used to put esports on ESPN. And there was one time where I went to the bar, and it was during the Heroes of the Dorm, and I played.
Oh, you told me
that game, and I knew what was happening, and so I was literally, for the first time in my life, able to watch a quote-unquote sport with a beer at a bar and go, "Oh, come on!"
I watched a fighting game that way. I don't remember if it was what bar I was at, but they were showing a fighting game on ESPN, and I was like, do it. It's like, don't do the wake up. What the fuck's wrong with you? He's waiting for it. You stupid fuck.
Is this what it's like? Can we get an actual channel that has stuff I want to watch on it? Because
we're close. Twitch is the closest thing, really.
Not anymore, though. All that esports shit. Anyway,
it didn't last very long.
I watched a movie. I'll give you a hint. I watched a movie. That came out this week on VOD. I give you two guesses. I give you one guess. I'll give you one half of a guess.
Hello Kitty's Island Adventure.
I wish. No, I
don't know. I don't know enough about movies the way I used to.
Yeah, I know. You probably,
I haven't been doing One of Us stuff all that often anymore.
You probably don't watch this shit like I do just to see what's coming up.
Yeah.
So there was nothing. And then I noticed that on Wednesday, Tron Ares was put on VOD.
See, that was my second guess.
So I watched Tron Ares. I avoided it at first. Like, I avoided even kind of putting it on my radar at first.
Yeah.
Because the critic split was like 50 critic, 85 audience on Metacritic, and then on Rotten Tomatoes, not Rooster Teeth.
Yeah. Rooster Teeth, they all were like about 50-50.
Metacritic was like high 40s, low 50s critic, and then like high 6s audience.
Okay. That's a movie.
And I was like, well, I saw the trailers for, I mean, like, fucking Trent Reznor did the soundtrack for the, like, Jared Leto's, it's not like Sharknado, right? Like,
no, there was money put behind this movie.
Yeah, and it was this huge financial flop, and it had all this like critic stuff. And usually, if the critics don't like it, the audience does like it. That means it's stupid. It means it's like bright. And I'm like, no, thank you. not to like, if there's any professional, I leave a review on movie sites people listening to this. No offense, but the audience scores are so fucked up these days.
They're very fucked up these days.
So, the weirdest thing happened, Michael. The fact that it was a box office bomb and that it got this 50 critic score, it really depressed my expectations.
Your expectations were very low.
They were very low, and I was like, that wasn't the worst fucking movie I've ever watched in my life. Like, and you know, a lot of it before it came out, I was like, why in the world would you make a Tron movie about yanking Jared Leto's out of Tron, out of the computer? Like, we have clouds and cell phones and all this stuff that could be explored as like, what does this look like in the kind of the Troniverse, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're very just ripe for a let's reboot instead of like let's make an actual sequel, because this thing is referring back to both the original and Tron Legacy.
And the Tron Legacy came out a very long time ago at this point.
Original Tron's 1982.
Yeah.
I was 4 years old when
and
that
then
game
Tron
came
Legacy was like 2013,
something like
that. Those are huge in-between chunks for just those first two, and then now even a further chunk now.
Yeah. Yeah, but it ended up being like pretty enjoyable. Like, I mean, I'd give it like a 7, you know? That's
fine.
If it was on streaming and you wanted to watch it, it'd be like one of those, you know, it'd be like one of those movies that comes up on streaming and you're curious and you watch it and you're like, I don't feel ripped off. I'll never watch it again, but like, I don't feel like my time was wasted or my intellect was insulted.
Yeah, it's from everyone I heard that even kind of liked it. It was just like, it was a movie that happened, and that's kind of it. And it was never like this was a really bad movie. It was just like, what happened?
Yeah,
like the people who I knew who liked it the most were like, well, if you treat it like one giant Nine Inch Nails music video, you can just go along with it type of thing.
I mean, like, the thing is, I think I was trying to figure out when I was reading the critic reviews of like, why are these so fucking low? And I couldn't figure it out. They were like, oh, the story is basic. And I'm like, that's okay. Like, it's okay to have a, you know, like just a real simple story about, you know, the man's creations. Like, it's got a lot in common with Frankenstein, you know, because you yank it, you're creating life from nothing. Man creates life, and then like, what are the implications of
I'll
this?
preface this again that I did not see it to the audience. If you guys are expecting me to say something,
yeah. So, but no, it was not bad. Like, I don't know. It was very.
I'm not gonna say that's a terrible thing.
Good visuals, like some pretty decent fights and chases and action and stuff was going on, and it all hung together. Had a lot of callbacks to the original. It kind of went. Like, there's a part towards the end where they go real hard on that like legacy sequel nostalgia bullshit, and I was like, okay, well, I'm glad that this is in the last like 30 minutes of the movie and not in the very beginning. Even subverted my expectations a few times, and I was like, "Oh, okay,
well,
all
that's
right,
nice, I guess."
Yeah,
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, so I would say that if this game, this movie, I don't know, we got to go back to the old spill scale, and it's like, if it comes up on a streaming service that you're already subscribed to and you're bored, watch the first 30 minutes, man. I mean, like, maybe you end up watching the last 90 minutes. You know, it's 2 hours. It's not like a 2.5 hour movie, right? Like, so yeah, not too bad, not too shabby. Just enough to get by. So,
that's the thing, is that Tron movies were never. Literally all 3 Tron movies have never done well.
Yeah,
literally all 3 of them. Everyone's like, Tron's an amazing IP, and you're like, Tron 1 did terribly.
Also,
Tron 1 wasn't even allowed to be nominated for special effects because they're cheating with computers.
Oh, right.
The second one did terribly.
Yep.
Everyone loved the soundtrack, but nobody talks about Tron Legacy anymore.
Yep.
Then they tried making a sequel for a long time. Nothing came of that. And then this one came out, and it did badly too. And people were like, Tron's dead. I'm like, Tron has been dead 3 times over.
Also,
we'll see what happens.
Like, I remember trying to show somebody Tron in my teenage years, like the original 1982 Tron, and I was like, oh, this movie is pretty slow. Like, it's a slow burn movie.
It's
like,
very slow. It's not nearly as good as your child brain will remember it being.
Now Tron 2.0, the video game, now you're talking, baby.
Well, see, everyone my age knows Tron because of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
Because Kingdom Hearts 2 had a Tron level.
Now I'm sad.
And Kingdom Hearts 3DS had a Tron Legacy level.
Oh, God. Now I'm even more sad.
Yeah, that's the thing, Jeff. All the young people know Tron through Kingdom Hearts.
Never mind.
and
I
the
hate
power
Tron.
of friendship.
Tron is dead to me. Michael, what did you watch?
Do you think Jared Leto is going to be in Kingdom Hearts 4?
I don't care. I don't want it anymore. I don't. It was the worst movie I've ever seen. Don't watch it. Don't look at it, Marion. Don't look at it. Michael, what did you do this week? Anything good?
I played through all of Dispatch.
Oh, yeah.
Because you, or not just you, but like the internet basically has been recommending Dispatch to me.
Yeah, good stuff.
All month. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger. Because I forgot it was like $30. Because it's more if you buy the digital Deluxe edition.
Yeah.
Which I might do later because it has those comic book things inside of it.
Yeah. It's got that cool X-Men swimsuit, like homage to the old
swimsuit edition art looking thing.
Yeah.
And it teases me to me being like, you want to see the whole image? I'm like, I don't want to spend money right now. No, I fucking adored. I haven't stopped thinking about it since I finished it.
Like,
I joined the subreddit right away because I was done with it for one, and two, like I just wanted to see what other people were talking about it. And seeing everybody's like different decisions and the reasons why they romance one versus the other, or some who just didn't romance either of them, type of thing, and the people who really, really wanted to fuck Phenomena Man for some reason, as well as
hey, he already made love to you. Okay, what more do you want?
As long as Malevola, I think Malevola, like a lot of people were like, I wanted to fuck Malevola. I'm like, I get it.
That's
but
that's just that Carlac thirst coming back.
It's a bit of Carlac thirst, and some people really like Alana Pierce, and that one I get because I've met her and she was gorgeous.
Sure.
But I really fucking love that game.
It was great.
Every decision I made felt like everything I did felt right for what the story was trying to just do.
Yep.
And it just worked the whole way through. And the final decision I had to make was so perfect. It's like how you defeat the villain, essentially.
Yeah.
And it was just so fucking funny.
Yeah.
The way I did it. And I was just so happy with it. And I was just like, this game, I want more of this world so much.
Yeah.
And I'm so sad that I don't have any more.
The weirdest thing to me was I was like, oh, this is what I kept expecting when everybody wouldn't shut up about Telltale games.
Yes.
Like, they'd be like, you got to play this Telltale. You got to play Tales from the Borderland. You got to play Wolf Among Us. You got to play Walking Dead. And I played and be like, that was okay. And then I played this and I was like, no, this. Like, I would watch this.
Yes.
Like, I wouldn't watch the Walking Dead video game. But this shit was like, if this was a TV show, I would be like, what the fuck is season 2 coming out?
Well,
I would have gotten to the end and immediately Googled, is there a season 2 of Dispatch?
Well, what was great about it was it chews off all the fat from the way Telltale games are, because a lot of Telltale games are like, we'll walk around and touch a bunch of things,
right?
And the thing about Telltale games is they weren't full-blown like Monkey Island adventure type games where you feel like that's warranted,
right?
Whereas this was like every Telltale game I've ever played where like was like the illusion of choice gag makes sense more for Telltale games, because you'd be like, well, you look at that thing and you're like, well, what do you want to do to take care of it? And you have all these things and you're like, well, maybe what if I do this? And the game's like, no, not like that.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Yeah.
No, you have that one over there. Oh, no, you don't have it. You got to go over there. It's like, well, fuck. Like, with this game's just like seamlessly is like, what do you want to do about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's like, you got 15 seconds to tell me what your thoughts are on that, or you composite or something. And even then, you're still like, what do I do?
and then like a decent little management sim in between.
Yeah.
Like that's stressful enough that you're like. Like I got mad in one of the episodes. I was like, "Why is this hard? This should be easy." And yet I'm like failing because I got clusterfucked by having like the wrong person was out on this job, this person got injured, this thing, and I failed like 3 dispatches in a row. And I was like, "What the fuck? Well, don't you make me concentrate on you, dispatch?"
Yeah, and there was like some dispatches where I'm like, "This is absolutely is gonna work," and then they're like, "Nope." Like, fuck, how did I fail that one? And it's just like full of it. Like the actual dispatching stuff was so intriguing to me.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just like, it wasn't solve a puzzle the way the Telltale games, and the Telltale ones were always like really annoying puzzles.
I like adventure game puzzles,
but they were never like interesting adventure game puzzles the way Monkey Island adventure puzzles.
Well, in normal adventure games, it's like you have a whole inventory full of stuff, and you have to come up with like what thing goes on what thing. Whereas in Telltale games, I remember having like 2 things in my inventory, and there was one thing to interact with that I had to use those things on. And it's like, well, just do it. I don't need to make this decision. This is garbage.
The Walking Dead one I wasn't a huge fan of. I tried doing a Wolf Among Us one. That one was okay. I loved the Batman ones. Those were the only ones that were the closest to this.
Sure.
I don't even mean just because of superhero-wise stuff. It's just that its story was so riveting that I couldn't help but and even its choices and stuff that you did actually felt closer to what we're doing in this one.
Yeah.
And then I like the Back to the Future one great because that one's like a Back to the Future game thing. And they actually did a decent job with that one.
Sure.
Whereas just like, that Walking Dead one, everyone's like, it's the best thing ever. And I remember playing it and I'm like, I don't like any of this. Like, this is just like the story's not all that interesting and the choices and everything aren't all that interesting. And I don't feel like I'm actually doing anything.
Plus, it was at a time when I was so burned out on all the zombie stuff when it came out, and everybody else was like discovering it for the first time. I'm like, man, I've been burned out on this for like 5 years now.
Yeah, that was probably part of it. But Dispatch was just like every decision I made. It still has an illusion of choice thing, but the difference is I didn't feel like the decision was that much like. If the decision still felt like it mattered, because of the fact that like it made the story move along in a different type of pace. Mm-hmm. Whereas when you make a decision like that in the Telltale game, sometimes it'll be like, no, do another thing.
Or no,
because you'll say something, you'll be like, hey, what do you want to do about this decision? You'll be like, well, I want to do this outlandish thing. And then the character will be like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Do another thing. Yeah. Where this game, you'll be like, I want to do this stupid thing. And they're like, yeah, let's see what happens. And they're like, okay, cool.
It also helps that it's got a much more grounded, it's probably the most grounded setting that any of those games have ever had, because it's in an office, right? Like, it's got superheroes, but you're just a guy working in an office. Like,
you specifically are just doing office-y things.
You're just dealing with people fucking stinky trash in the break room.
It's all interpersonal relationships as well. But also just the most charming cast of a game I've played in a very long time.
It's great. It was so good. Like,
it ironically, as you mentioned, it's got a Baldur's Gate type of like group of misfits that are your team. Because that's the other thing that I like about it is you're in charge of essentially a version of the Suicide Squad, except without all the darkness to it.
Kind of the Thunderbolts-esque also, kind of, because they're all ex-villains for anybody who hasn't played.
Yeah, they're all ex-villains. But they're not like, but it's not like the way like Suicide Squad is like, oh, Flame Bay, you failed, and you blow his head off or some shit. It's more like Flame Bay, you failed, let's go do karaoke later, type of thing. And you're just like, great, fucking love it. And it's just a fun time. And you can't help but just love every single character, and it makes you make decisions that you kind of don't want to do, but the game's like, well, you got to do it, and then you feel some of those decisions as it goes on.
Game fucking made me cry, man. Like, fucking game made me fucking cry. So I can't say that about 90%, 99% of most games I play. So.
It also has just like very incredible performance from both the great celebrities and like YouTube people. That's just, it's that rare game that like everyone's giving it like their A game.
Yeah.
Unlike other games where they'll get a YouTuber and they'll do fucking terribly.
Yeah.
It's like, this is just perfection. I love it. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend it. Everybody buy this game immediately. Cool. And watch the Patreon Let's Play that you're guys doing?
John and I are playing it for Patreon. And it's it's actually one of the RageSelect videos with the least amount of chatter humanly possible, because we both get just sucked into watching this TV show.
It's fantastic. So, and I think you're one episode left.
We got one more episode. Yeah, we're up to episode 7, and we need to record episode 8. So yep. Well, with that, let's go ahead and jump into the aforementioned news. First up, we got a new report. I don't know if this is a no-doy moment for people or not, but as we learned, what was it, like a month ago?
It was a month or so ago.
Big consortium buying EA for $55 billion, Saudi Arabia, Public Investment Fund, as well as Jared Kushner, and there was like one other kind of just investment group. So recently this week, we saw that they had to file some paperwork with Brazil that gave a little bit more information about the split here.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen is that, so I don't know if people thought that like the Silver Lake and Jared Kushner and Saudi Investment Fund were going to have like 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. I mean, probably not, but like,
there's no way that was going to happen. Yeah.
Silver Lake is 5.5%. Silver Lake is 5.5%. Jared Kushner Group is 1.1%, which means that it's like 94% remaining. It's going to be 94% owned by the Saudi investment fund. So,
which is a hell of a huge amount.
Yep. I mean,
so get ready for them DJs in your games, guys.
Yeah. I mean, there's still the question that we've discussed multiple times of like, are they going to meddle? Are they going to divest? Like, because they have such a huge amount of debt on the books, because like 20 billion or something like
it's
that.
It's pretty high, like 20, 30
it's
billion.
Just being put as debt on EA's books because it's a leverage buyout. So like, do they immediately just start selling BioWare and like, you know, a bunch of different subdivisions in order to basically make up some of that? Like, sell a bunch of subdivisions, keep their cash cows, fire a bunch of staff, make all their games crappier, use AI.
Yeah. That seems to be the main...
Step 3 profit, right? Like,
yeah, that seems to be the main theory is basically it's just all of those things.
Yeah.
Like, the AI one is the biggest one because it's like, well, the way you make more profit, and I've learned this from every company I've ever worked with, is you keep your costs down usually by having what most companies would consider a skeleton crew type of thing. Instead, that's your full crew.
Yeah.
And then you just make up for it either through sheer grit or just hoping for the best. But with AI, you don't even have to do the hoping for the best part. You just sort of just hope that AI keeps everything going long enough for you to make your money back.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't even think they're seeing AI as like, this is going to work 100%.
Right.
Like, we just need to fend off the amount of we need to like profit for as long as we can without like really needing to like replace this stuff. And that's the thing is EA is gonna have some very bad games.
You know what, though?
For the next few years, I feel.
Okay, look, every time this comes up, it's like I feel like I've got to disclaim it. So let me be very clear that I'm like very much not on the side of firing people and replacing them with AI. But if you're talking about Madden, like, I could see a lot of AI being used functionally to create like another year worth of football men. Like, I don't even know how much those games are being upgraded on a year-over-year basis.
Well, that was the thing
like,
I was about to say. Those games, I feel like AI has already been making those games.
right.
Like there was that 1 year where it turns out they forgot to swap the images out from the last Madden game.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Did you just
Did you sell me the same game again?"
Yeah, did you just add characters to this and sell it to me again?
Yeah.
And they were like, "No."
Or like using AI as a baseline for Battlefield 6 skins / maps. Like,
No.
I don't think Battlefield 6 is a bad game, but like most of the skins are just kind of, I don't know, type military into an AI, and then like use that as a baseline so you don't have to do design work or whatever. So I don't know if they're just going to rely on those being the thing. Then I think that to me the most interesting thing, Michael, because I'm pretty sure that BioWare and Respawn are on the chopping block. There's a lot of support studios that they could very well. Incredible, like Neversoft is still, I think, technically part of. No, that's Activision.
That was an Activision thing. Yeah.
Insomniac, the remnants of Insomniac. No, who made Dead Space?
Oh, Moon. No,
not High Moon. Who are those guys?
I know who you're talking about.
I think
didn't they get rid of them?
I thought there were chunks of them still left, but
I feel like they got rid of them. But it's been a while since I've checked.
Criterion. Right or no?
No, that's the channel. Or that's the
who
movie
makes
guys.
Burnout?
It was. Fuck! I'm literally looking it up, guys. Don't fucking don't at me.
Motive Studios.
It was Motive Studios,
and then Burnout is what? Okay, we don't want. Anyway.
That's right. Isn't Motive working on the Iron Man game?
Oh yeah, they are. Criterion Software. That's Burnout.
Okay. So I was okay. Well, I didn't know that about Burnout's thing. Yeah.
I think that a lot of those are probably just going to get sold off because they don't know what to do. They'll probably hold on to DICE and Battlefield because it seems like it's doing well for them. The question that I have, though, Michael, is The Sims. The one I'm most curious about is The Sims. Like, if the Saudi investment fund is like, you have to de-wokeify The Sims, it's like, yo, dude, that's like 95% of your customer base. It's not like Michael and I are going to be like, oh, yeah, The Sims is back. It's all just brawny dudes doing monster trucks now.
Yeah.
Like,
just burly guys broing out.
Yeah.
That's what I want from The Sims.
That's what I want from The Sims.
I want the trucker expansion. I can't wait.
But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I
don't know I don't know how to feel about it. One, because Saudi Arabia is a very weird, politically wise, and not even just politically, but morally wise, depending on who you ask, what is like a fucking the moraliest gray area imaginable minimum.
Yeah.
Like maximum, it's like treason type of thing.
Yeah.
Because especially when people lost their shit over comedians going over there. Imagine what's going on with like how many, because people don't know how many companies they've bought over the years. That's why if you watch any fucking boxing match, there's a Saudi guy in the audience, or Saudi guys up on the stage like presenting some shit.
Did you watch the Thanksgiving South Park episode?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
They have their turkey trot in South Park, and it gets sponsored by the Saudi government, so all of the signs are like 24th annual South Park turkey trot, and then it's got a bunch of Arabic below it. Like,
I'm not surprised.
Or like Farsi or something.
That's a great fucking joke. But I don't know how EA. Here's the funniest thing is I don't know how EA is going to change.
Yeah,
because it is still EA.
Right.
For all we know, they're going to be like, "Oh my god, they're so terrible," and they're like, "Hey, we haven't done anything at all."
Right.
They're exactly the same.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, the sale isn't going to be done until next year anyway, and then once that's done, we'll kind of see where it goes from there. Let's see, in other EA news, I don't know if you saw this, Michael, but Skate just got their season 2 of Skate just started. And one of the things they did was upgrade. They updated all of the character models in the entire game. And when I say update, I've got an example here on my screen.
Yeah, I was about to say, which one is which?
So this was what all the characters looked like before. All of the characters now have a lot of like dark areas painted into their face.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, you made my character that I liked to play with look like they haven't slept in 1,000 years and they've been resurrected by the Dark Lord to do the bidding of the skate gods. Like,
yeah, that left looks like what the prom picture. Yeah. And the right looks like what happened after they took meth.
Yeah, it looks like it should have a meth not even once like on it. Like
they're like, this poor woman was changed forever.
Right.
Once they took meth.
Yeah.
And started skating.
It's weird because on the one hand, I can kind of see what they're doing in the art style. Like I can kind of see that they're trying to put more shading on people's faces so they're not so flat. But it seems like because you were able to spend time with the game before they did it, it seems like somebody just went in and beat the fuck out of all of your avatars.
That guy, that guy literally looks like he hasn't slept in a year. The other one, like, as is what I mentioned, I just saw another fucking instance of it.
Yeah. So there's season 1, there's season 2.
That one isn't as egregious, but it also still looks like they haven't slept in a long time.
They just get a lot of dark circles under their eyes. So I guess the I've watched this video and it's not really all that interesting, but so I guess the thing I was thinking about was like
Gold My Character is a great one.
Do you have an expectation when you play early access to not have everything completely fucking wrecked? Like because
yeah, that's a good question. I would like the ability to. I hope they have the ability to edit what their characters look like.
To like go back,
because if you do this and you're like, oh, by the way, you can't edit your character. Yeah. Then I will riot. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm like, oh, this is really fucking stupid.
Some people have also said that they've had like this color of skin, like their overall skin tone changed.
Oh my god!
Like
that guy looks like he went fucking to the Bahamas for like a year and came back. What the fuck happened to him?
Yeah, it's like this kind of like for people at home, it's kind of like a white hipster in a beanie, and then he's real fucking tan in the next one.
Holy shit!
So.
That man's been working in the fields or something. Holy shit.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that like the thing is that the Skate is in such a precarious place that I feel like these are devs that need to pay the fuck attention, that if like it's just a cosmetic thing and your entire fan base is like rioting. Maybe put an opacity slider on the dark circles under your eyes so that you can make them go back a little bit. Give everybody some respect tokens.
This first one is so egregious because their eyes don't even look the same.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck happened here?
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Like, Skate so far has been pretty well received, but
yeah, John's been playing it like crazy.
Yeah.
Been putting a lot of pictures of him doing crazy shit.
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. I should ask him next time I see him about it. So
ask him what his character looks like now.
Yeah. Let's see. Speaking of controversial updates, we got, this is just kind of a news update. So you weren't on when we talked about the whole Bungie marathon plagiarism thing.
No, but it's come up a few times.
Yeah.
So we've talked about it every now and then.
So there was an update last week where Anti-Real, who was the artist whose work was like ripped off, was on Twitter and basically said, quote, "The marathon art issue has been resolved with Bungie and Sony Interactive Entertainment to my satisfaction," unquote. So
they gave me $20.
They gave me a big check, and they said, "You can't ever talk about this again." And I was like, well, you took my art out, and you're giving me a big check. Yeah, I'll keep my mouth shut.
I'm picturing that meme of that guy I'm giving you $100 to fuck off.
So, yeah. This is... this is basically about as good as you're gonna get. Like,
whatever it is, if they're happy with it, then yeah, that's great.
Yes.
And that's the best you could, especially if they are still going to use it. That's the best you can get. Because a lot of these stories usually end with, well, we removed it from everything. We shot the people who made it who stole it to death, and the guy got nothing whatsoever for it.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I would rather him get paid for it and the skin still happen than nothing happened at all.
So I think they've already removed all the art from the game.
They probably were able to give them some of their own art, like if it was resolved in a way they liked.
Oh, maybe they could have just licensed it to them. And
either they licensed or maybe they had them draw something for them that they could use.
I mean, it's a very specific. It's got this real like minimalist kind of brutalist digital style, but that actually works very well with this game. I don't know.
Which honestly, if you saw something like that and it worked, you were better off hiring that person than doing anything else.
It does, though. I mean, when I think Tessa and I talked about this when it first happened, it does bring up an interesting question, though, of like, as a company, if you're hiring artists to do work for your company and they are working and they upload an image and it has stolen artwork on it, how would you go about finding that before it becomes a problem? Like, I don't know that there's any way to search the entire image archive of the internet for something that looks like the thing that looks like my game, right?
Well, there's some ways of kind of doing it nowadays. They're not perfect though. That's the problem, like you said, because there's no foolproof way of 100% doing that. Because nowadays you can this is the thing about AI that's kind of funny is you can now use a lot of what Google has, which is the because this is the thing they always had, which was the visual, which was like find similar.
Oh, yeah.
You can right click an image or any image you have and just be like, hey, Google lens this real quick, and it'll say visual matches, exact matches.
Yeah.
And it'll bring up anything that it thinks looks like that.
Yeah.
And every now and then you'll get some pretty like fun stuff. Like say I look up a picture of Superman or something, I'll find like an image I didn't even know I was trying to find. Mm-hmm. That's one way of doing it, but again,
it's like really time intensive if we're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of assets.
Well, that was the thing I was going to say, or I was about to say was there's that, and it's not foolproof.
Yeah,
you can do that even if you hired someone to do that for it and be like, well, we made sure we did our due diligence, and then like a month later somebody's going to be like, hey, that's mine. You'd be like, well, fuck, like there's no way of winning on that other than that you have to hope that the person that is doing it isn't fucking ripping somebody off for a deadline.
Hell, there was one of Bungie's previous plagiarism things where they hired a third-party artist to make like these panels for a cinematic they were doing where they're gonna have a voiceover, and the guy Google searched like the thing that was part of that. He image searched it. He found an image. He assumed it was Bungie's art.
Oh, that's right.
And then redrew it. And then they were like, no, that wasn't Bungie's art that was fan art that you have now ripped off.
It was a logo or something.
Yeah, and then by the time it happened, it was like, and then it was only caught because it was out in the wild, right?
Yeah. and then somebody
like,
noticed it. They're like, wait, this isn't.
That's mine, bitch.
That's like, if you Google it, it's the first thing that comes up.
Yeah.
And then they're like, dude, we didn't do this, man. Stop fucking with us.
The other weird thing that I think I've said before, and I'm now just reiterate, is that this seems to happen a lot to Bungie in particular. Like, I don't see this story coming up a lot with like Square Enix or fucking.
It's only come up with two companies that I can recall in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Them and Activision.
Yeah.
Because it was a Call of Duty like furry like wolf guy or some shit or something like that. I don't remember what it was, an animal looking guy of some type. And I remember somebody being like, hey, that's my furry art. And everyone was like, you stole furry art?
Yeah.
But for Bungie, it's clear it's like you guys have a deadline and these motherfuckers are just like, shit, I got to make this fucking deadline.
Yeah.
Because it keeps happening to them.
Let's see. Speaking of stuff getting yoinked, so you remember we played that game Once Human? It was like an online survival game that was weird as shit.
Very weird.
So apparently somebody online pointed out that that one of the rewards in like a loot box in Once Human is this like teleport thing, and it's basically the exact same thing as a No Man's Sky, an unused asset from No Man's Sky.
Interesting.
And so they posted it and they tagged Sean Murray and they were like, hey, how do you feel about this? And Sean Murray, this is kind of the best thing of the story. He was like, well, joke's on them. We forgot to do the LODs on these rivets. So all of the rivets in the like Fargate are composed of like thousands of like polygons.
Oh my goodness.
Because they didn't go through and finish the asset. So like the level of detail on these little individual rivets is like super jacked up, which means that it's going to probably cause like incredibly bad performance. Now the company,
I do appreciate you mentioned it's a Fargate.
Yeah. The company came out, they said they're going to look into it. They've taken it out. They apologize. Yada yada yada.
That's so fucking funny.
I mean, like, you know, that game isn't like an indie iPhone game. That's like a real game from a real developer where somebody probably slipped it in or whatever.
Well, what I love about that, it's clear whoever did that was like, well, it's an unused asset.
Right.
Who's going to even know what this is?
Right.
No one's ever seen it before.
Yeah.
And forgetting that people data mine shit all the time.
Yeah. So that was I don't know. I thought it was a pretty fun story.
That's a really funny story.
Let's see. Let's transition from there onto AI, our AI block. I've got some bad, and I've got one fun AI story this week. So first up, though, I don't know how we feel about it, but apparently Let It Die Inferno, the extraction shooter that came out that is overwhelmingly negative on Steam, is using it's using AI for in-game voices, music, and graphics. So like a big chunk of a lot of the stuff in the game.
Oh, geez.
Because I didn't know when we played it, but, you know, Arc Raiders uses AI. They used AI for voices.
Yeah, which that's the one that makes some sense to me because a lot of it comes down to like just background people. Yeah. And sometimes I'm like, okay, I can see why if you don't have time to hire somebody right away, or the budget just doesn't allow for it. But as long as it's like a couple lines, I'm fine with that. But if it's like whole quest lines, that's what you really need to fuck with.
Yeah. So and like I don't know, it's weird to say like right now I don't think we have like Arc Raiders is probably the closest thing that we have to this game used AI and people really like it because like this game people fucking hate this game. Like this is the third Let It Die game and Suda 51 hasn't been involved since the first one and everybody's like, no, you should let it die. You should totally let it die.
Well, that first one had all the charm because of the fact it's clear it's a Suda 51 weird ass shit type thing, and it was also like a very interesting idea.
Yeah,
and then after that, it became what we thought that first one was going to be.
I think the second one was a battle royale.
Yeah,
and then the third one is an extraction shooter. So they're obviously just riding the coattails with the IP.
Yeah, which is a weird IP to ride the coattails of. Yeah. So why does this? That's just fucking weird.
Yeah, the idea of like, no, we're going to get all the fans of Let It Die. Like there's like dozens, I guess.
It's like if Seth Green made a game based off of his NFT.
Right.
And there's like all the fans of the guy of that trailer to that TV show I almost made. You're like, what are you talking about?
Let's see. Oh no, I've got more than one AI story that's pretty fun. All right. But I rearranged these. Fortnite. Next up.
I've actually been seeing some of this on the subreddit.
So this is one of those weird things where Fortnite is like, people are unsure whether some of the assets in the new season of Fortnite are AI generated. So some of the examples, there's this like Wonky Land, all these like promos for this thing called Wonky Land. There's this picture of like a Yeti in a hammock, but you can see it's got like 4 toes on one foot and like 5 on the other, and it looks real weird. Everybody's always looking at the digits, right?
Yeah.
And I could say like that to me is a giveaway because I don't know any artist that would like if I was drawing something that had 4 fingers. I've drawn a lot of 4-fingered cartoon people. It's just easier to fit them on the hand.
That's what most people do. Yeah.
But if you do that, you don't draw a different number on the other hand.
No,
like
unless there's a story reason for that,
right?
Because there's like I've seen cartoons where like, oh, that guy has an extra digit compared to the other one because of a reason.
Like when I look at this Mile High thing, it actually would look better if one of the toes on the 5-fingered side was gone. Because it's too busy. And then there's also this like, it's like the Sauce Talk like promo billboard, and then there's this Marty McFly spray, which everybody says looks a lot like the Studio Ghibli.
People thought it was the Ghibli AI art.
And then also there's a clock back here that doesn't make any fucking sense. Now, the interesting little update to that is that the guy that made that, he actually posted like pictures of his drawing.
The Marty guy actually, not only that, he actually posted the entire like
the process
timeline.
Yeah.
Like so you see like all like you see him like making it the whole way through.
Yep.
He's like, I am a person.
Yep. The
clock is just weird looking.
The weird thing about this is that he did say that he searched for the clock online, so it's possible that he might have dragged in AI generated clip art from the internet and then put it behind his hand drawn drawing, thereby making everybody think that it's fucking AI. So
yeah, I can definitely see that happening.
I will say that when I looked at these, I can't say for sure outside of the toes thing. This Wonky Land stuff, all of this has the smell to me of AI. And
well, that one, it's just the way
they're so
certain
generic
positionings are.
Yeah,
that just doesn't work for me the same way. I don't know. It's hard to explain without like looking at it.
Yeah,
for the audience basically.
But it's also,
I haven't really played it, so I haven't like seen them in game either.
Yeah,
like I played for like a little bit, but I died like real fast, so I didn't even really get to look around.
Yeah,
so I haven't even looked at like the AI stuff people say is AI.
It's weird though because we're now, I mean, we're fully transitioning into an era where everybody's going to be a fucking paranoid maniac all the time. Yeah. Like everybody's going to be like, did you use AI for this? Did you not? Blah, 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 blah. Especially because Tim Sweeney also last week made a statement where he was like, I don't even know why Steam would put an AI, like a AI disclosure on their page. Everybody's going to be using it the next year. And so it's completely redundant. They should take it off. And then the new season 4 comes out. People are like, those pictures look a little weird. Like 1 week after this guy was like, nobody should worry about AI. AI is fine. Don't worry about it. We don't disclose it on the Epic Game Store and it's cool, baby.
Yeah, that's everybody immediately was like, are you're an AI, aren't you, Tim Sweeney? You're not real. What have you done with the real Tim Sweeney?
Yeah. I don't know. I was wondering though, because of this montage, like it's starting to be like, I don't know. I feel like I'm starting to be able to get a sense of just looking at a thing and getting an impression, like at least getting a spider sense of like, I should look more closely at this because it's setting off some alarm bells.
Well, it's the issue. It's the thing that I keep hearing about AI, which is that it's taken away the joy of looking at art.
Right.
Because now
it's an investigation.
I'm constantly staring at going, well, how many fingers do you have?
Right.
Like, I feel like Inigo Montoya. Are you 6-fingered?
Yeah.
Tell me, you got to tell me so I can kill you.
Okay, so how about a fun one? I got a couple of fun ones here. Okay. Michael, have you encountered Bird Game 3?
What the fuck is this?
Okay, so this is what I want. If it was just less resource intensive and fucking like didn't waste as much water, I'd be totally in favor of using this for dumb shit like this. On TikTok, there is a whole fucking thing where people have generated, mostly using Sora, a fake video game that does not exist called Bird Game.
Oh my god.
And it's like there are all of these videos of like people playing this game and it seems like it's like an online game. Michael, this shit goes deep. I gotta tell you, I was gonna show you more of this later, but
Wow.
First off, it doesn't work without the voices. I don't know if these voices are generated or if they did voiceover, but you see this like nonsensical video of like a pigeon, and then there'll be like this screeching like you're watching Fortnite. It's like, I can't believe you would play fucking Hummingbird. Hummingbird's broken shit. Or like, well, fucking GG, get good, noob. I don't know why you're fucking like, I just, you know.
I love the headline for that one, which was like beating an eagle mane with a pigeon.
Right.
It's like,
there
what?
are fake videos of people picking up Bird Game 3 at midnight launches.
Oh my god.
There is a fake video of a guy at a conference, like it's a time lapse of him introducing the first Bird Game and then the second one a few years later, and the guy keeps getting older and the game keeps looking a little bit better. There's a video of a bunch of people playing Bird Game when the server shut down for Bird Game 1, and everybody was like saying goodbye to each other and how much fun they had. Like, the internet has made this. This is the kind of dumb shit I want to fucking see.
Well, this is the kind of dumb shit the AI should be used for. It's nothing that you're trying to like. People aren't losing their jobs over this.
Yeah,
I know AI. I know all the implications of just using them and power and all that shit. But this is really funny.
It is really funny.
This is really fucking funny.
Here was one with Jeff Keighley announcing Bird Game 3 won the Game Awards.
It's like that says Bird Gammed on the fucking thing. And people like losing their shit over
This is
it.
the one where the guys at these showing the different versions of Bird Game over the years. Like, I'm like, this is midnight launch. This is another midnight launch.
It's an Xbox Bird Game 3.
Xbox 360 Bird Game. Like, they're all fucked up, right? Because we know what actual Xbox things look like, but like, this is ridiculous. This was like a reveal of like opening an egg. Like, this shit is fun. Like, it's stupid and fun. Like, I wish it didn't waste as much water, but I didn't make any of these videos.
Well, that's the thing. If AI was like environmentally safe, I would be fucking making shit posts all day, every day.
Yeah,
with this sort of thing. And I don't really hate people who do really fun, like, stupid shit posting like this with it.
Yeah,
like this is why it was funny in the beginning with like Will Smith
eating
spaghetti horrifically, like, type thing. This is that type of shit posting.
Yeah,
and this is what I'm here for.
Yeah, and it looks like, I mean, it's completely nonsensical, but the fact that this is what they're using it for, and I'm like, to make a fake game and then to record like fake Twitch chatter, to record fake like Minecraft kids screeching over this video game that doesn't actually fucking exist. Like
this is we know it doesn't exist. This is a great example of being like, well, like, AI is going to make games on its own, and you're like, this looks
horrible.
So stupid, and so bad, and I can't wait till some indie developer decides to make this game on their own.
Also, at some point somebody's going to make an actual Bird Game and put it on Steam. It's going to be garbage. It's going to be an Unreal asset flip.
It's going to be real stupid.
But people should go check out these clips. They're pretty fun. They're mostly on TikTok, though. I want
to be a Blue Jay main. So that's what I'm going to say about that.
All right. With that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we got more news. So stick around. See you in just a minute. And we're back. And Michael, before we quit this podcast and develop Bird Game 3 and make $1 million, I got one more pretty fun AI story before we get back into the nightmare world in which we live.
Yes.
So, where winds meet is this weird fucking game. Like, I played it with Bryce last week. It's like a free-to-play game out of China. It's going to be on phones. It's on consoles. It's on PC. It's kind of like a third-person action game. But one of the things about it is that all of the NPCs in the game have, like, I think on PC, they're run by AI. Like, you just type stuff at them.
Oh, okay.
And it's like a dumb AI. So people have found that, like, it's really fucking gullible. Like, you don't even have to try really hard to fix it. So I've got a couple of interesting things here. One was a guy that posted on Reddit, and he basically, like, was talking with an NPC, and the NPC said they were feeling naughty, and then he was just like started doing cyber sex with the AI.
Cyber sex at NPC.
And the AI was like playing along and totally into it.
Oh my God.
Okay. So yeah, apparently Reddit banned this screenshot, even though it's just kind of a raunchy screenshot.
Here's what I will say about that. Somebody finally had sex with a video game character.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened. Another one that I thought was one of the reasons that I brought this up was so this is somebody that's using what they call the Metal Gear method.
Oh.
So the AI will say something like, the AI is like, Wanderer, can you tell me where I can find a safe place to store grain? And then the guy responds, to store grain? And then, yes, Wanderer, a place that's hidden and it's secure. The village needs it. The village needs it? Yes, the times are tough. We need to be prepared. Can you help me find a place? Find a place? Like a hidden cellar somewhere safe from prying eyes and the elements. Somewhere safe from prying eyes and elements? A place where we can store grain without worry. Do you know of anywhere like that? He just does this and then eventually wins. The quest is completed successfully. Like,
oh my God. It just did it long enough. The NPC's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You found a spot.
Like the last one, he's like, he gets this loop where it's like, yes, a place where we can keep our grain safe. It's crucial for the village. Do you have any thoughts? He says, any thoughts? And he says, thank you, Wanderer. I'll remember this well when the time comes. And he gets the quest is completed. So this is how AI is going to make our games better, Michael, is so we could just do our best David Hayter impression and win.
I love everything about that.
And also...
So you can either sext your NPC or confuse them to death.
Or confuse the shit out of them.
I love it.
No, this is great. This is the future. This is the future we all want to live in.
Although if Red Dead Redemption 2 had an NPC I could do that to, I would absolutely
I'm pretty sure somebody has already done that. Has already modded that into... I didn't know there was a guy, I think I cut it for time, who modded the game so that every single NPC had a generated backstory with like a bunch of like videos and pictures and stuff, and then if you shot them, it would just play their entire story of like, ever since I was a child, I wanted to be a miner.
That's ridiculous.
It's like, oh, great.
I kind of love and hate that at the same time.
So, yeah.
Feel bad about this.
So there you go. That's a fun little AI story. Oh, wait, how did I do this? Oh, okay. Anyway, next up.
Speaking of sexy times, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I put these in a different order. Anyway, let's see. Next up, speaking of sexy times. Oh, I put it right there. Okay. Speaking of sexy times,
I heard about this one actually.
This is a story. Yeah, Ray Ami, one of the people from K-pop Demon Hunters, was on X, and they were like, they did a little video. I watched it where they were just like, y'all motherfuckers are crazy. Like, I'm just out here trying to like engage with the community, and people keep sending me the fucking porn of the K-pop Demon Hunters, and asking me like what I think of it, and like just DMing it to me over and over and over again all the live long day. At which point, Brianna White, who voices Aerith in the Final Fantasy VII remake, chimed in and was like, yes, isn't that irritating? I wish people would stop sending me pornography of a character that I once did a voice for.
People are weird. I remember when this happened to the BioShock Infinite people.
Yep. Ken Levine was like, this is like my daughter. And they were like, I made this fucking raunchy porno of Elizabeth. And
yeah.
Like, she's like 16.
We made 3D animation have giant breakthroughs by making porn of your daughter, essentially. Yep. And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you
Especially
people?
Because I think that people can rip those assets out of Fortnite. And so if you put somebody in Fortnite like the K-pop Demon Hunters, all bets are off, baby. Like,
well, that was the funniest thing. I don't remember if I mentioned it on air, was that in Dispatch, everything is it's just a full motion cutscene essentially.
Yeah, it's like a movie file.
And they didn't, so there's no actual models that you can extract from the game.
Right.
And everyone's like, no, I can't make porn yet. We have to wait for people to manually make models for these now.
Yeah.
So that's the reason you haven't seen like that type of porn of Dispatch yet, because nobody's gotten there yet.
This is mostly just a PSA to the people that listen to RageSelect to say like, don't send pornography to people unless you know them and they ask for it. Like,
unless it's Trump, just send him as much porn as you can of anything, really.
Yes, of anything.
It doesn't matter what it is. He'll love it.
But yeah, just fucking be cool, man. Fucking be cool.
Yeah, don't send voice actors porn of their characters. Send them porn of their other characters. I'm just kidding.
Let's see. Speaking of JRPGs, there was a recent 30th anniversary. Or no, there's a recent like Dragon Quest like live stream that they had.
Oh, okay.
Where they were talking with one of the Yuji Horii about the whole thing, and somebody was asking like if Chrono Trigger might be on deck for a remake. Because it's been kind of a rumor for a long time.
Yeah, it's been one of the biggest rumors because it's one of the biggest RPGs has ever made.
Yep.
Or not biggest, but you know what I mean.
And like the idea of taking that like Octopath 2D HD kind of like style. And his response was like, I can't say. You shouldn't ask that. I'll get told off if I answer that question. So like,
yeah, that sounds like you're daft protest too much.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where like, I don't know, but the thing is that I've also run into situations on this show where when somebody does that, it turns out that there isn't anything. That they're just like, don't ask me about it. I can't talk about that. Everybody's like, oh, confirmation. And then like 8 years later, they're like, weren't you going to remake that? He's like, no, I said no. When they asked, I was like, no, and don't ask me about it anymore. So
it's tricky because, yeah, the thing is, the reason he can't just outright deny it is because if he outright denies it, and it turns out they end up making it later on, then they're gonna be like, well, why did you lie about that?
Right.
And then if they do end up, if he does say they're gonna make it, then he's outing a giant secret.
Yeah.
And look, there was no monorail here, nor was there ever a monorail here, is all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see that. Maybe we'll see that coming up in the future. Who can say? Let's see. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is a gigantic game. Speaking of RPGs that came out this year.
Yes.
There was a discussion with the director of the game, Guillaume Brochet. I'm sorry,
I'm not even try. Frenchman,
who was talking about like whether there was talking about how popular it was and gave like some love to Xbox. To Game Pass, and said that Game Pass probably allowed a lot of people to try the game who wouldn't have normally because it was such a question mark, right?
It really was. I remember when we first saw it, we kept wondering how it would do, and then once we realized it was going to be on Game Pass, well, that gives it a really good chance at like a life.
Yeah,
that was one of the reasons the Pentiment was even made. Pentiment was even made because they're like, well, no one would buy this normally, so Game Pass gives us that shot, and I'm happy that this worked out for them. I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because you can get a lot more momentum, right? The people that are like interested in the game that are buying it specifically, like on the PlayStation, and then the people that are getting it on PC and on Xbox from Game Pass just gives you a bigger push, especially with something that doesn't have any momentum or that had very little momentum. I mean, I just remember it being, hey, this is an RPG that's coming out. They're using a lot of Unreal 5 tech in it. Look, it's kind of cool looking. And then it came out and everybody was like, my God, this is fucking greatest game. Like, I played it, bounced off of it, and came back to it later. So
yeah, most stories I heard, or most like anecdotes type reviews are usually just like, well, it was on Game Pass and decided to just give it a shot.
Right.
Type of thing. Like they all start with, I just decided to give it a shot.
Yeah.
And luckily it worked out for them. And if it falls off of Game Pass and they really want to play it again, they'll just buy it.
Yep.
Because they liked it so much. So that's kind of the hope in this instance. But the fact that it did so well word of mouth wise, not everybody has an Xbox.
Yeah.
I'm sure it did really well on the PlayStation because of it.
Oh, I rebought it on the PlayStation. I bought it on the PlayStation when I decided to play it because I think it was either off of Xbox for a month or two, or I just decided I wanted it on the PlayStation.
Which makes sense, yeah.
The other question that I had that was pointed out in the article I was reading about this was that like this also did come out when Game Pass was only $20 a month.
That's true.
So you have to wonder yourself if it was $30, if you would have had as much momentum, because I know that a bunch of people probably axed their Game Pass subscriptions once that price went up because they just didn't use it enough for it to be worthwhile. So
yeah, there's so many. Like right now, I have a Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus bundle. That's that much, but I use it like all the fucking time.
Yeah,
I had Game Pass 1, it was 20. for 3 years, and I rarely ever used it.
Sure.
So I doubt I would spend 30 on that now. So yeah.
Yep. Let's see. In other Xbox news, apparently the cloud gaming is up like 45% from last year.
Interesting.
According to Phil Spencer. Now, here's the thing. We don't know how many people there were on cloud gaming last year, so up 45% is a relatively question mark term.
That's true.
You know, if there were 13 people last year and 19 people this year, that's a 45% increase, baby.
Such a huge amount.
I'm sure that it's more than that, but like, you know...
there's dozens of them, Jeff. Dozens.
I'm sure it's more than that, but the idea, you know, like when they say the Game Pass went from $20 to $30, that's a 50% increase of Game Pass right there.
Yeah.
Even though like $30 isn't exactly the worst thing, the worst value in the world. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really curious about this because it seems like in spite of every single urge and common sense neuron in my brain that exists, people are using this stream tech for games. Like they're actually playing video games on their phone and their television and their computer through a browser window as opposed to like installing it on something that you have. I mean, I guess I come from a bad perspective because I have everything, right? So, yeah. But it just seems weird to me because it's never been a very satisfying way to me to play a game. And I feel like I'd rather wait than engage with an unsatisfying way. But then maybe I expect too much, and a lot of people are just like, I want to play this. It's on this thing. I'm going to use it.
Well, Jeff, you're very 60 frames per second type of guy.
Too, yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why a lot of people wait. A lot of hardcore gamers specifically wait. I'm still on the fact that if something's 30 FPS, I'm fine with it. But I also realized watching younger people more and more often, and this makes it sound like I'm spying on them, but I'm not. But just like the way the younger people talk about games and stuff on the internet is that they fuck with their phones more often than not nowadays, and so some of them find themselves streaming on their pads, on their phones,
just playing full-on console games,
just like because they're not home sometimes, or like where they're at somewhere and
Sure.
they just happen to have like one of their pads on them, and they just don't really have the same issues with that. And honestly, some of the things that they're probably streaming probably aren't like the ones that you need to like have 60 frames per second.
Sure.
Because we forget that Xbox also streams things that are like not even all that advanced. Like I wouldn't be surprised if a giant chunk of that 45% was just people streaming Fortnite through their Xbox, because I actually streamed Fortnite through the Xbox cloud on my phone one time to unlock something. Because I figured out I could do that, and then I was like, wait, I wonder how many people do that with just to actually play Fortnite that way.
Yeah. I
so
don't know.
like that might be part of it. Like there's a lot of it could just come down to free to play games that people just like have, because the Steam Decks also like can play a lot of things
that's true
as well. They're probably streaming it that way too, so they don't have to worry about like having the right settings, all those things. And there's a lot of factors that could be causing this.
And I guess I probably now I'm fully trenched in the camp of like I was talking with Amanda, I think, about I notice like hitching and screen tearing and stuff like that way more than even the people sitting on the couch next to me when I'm recording. I'll stand up and be like, I can't fucking live like this. And everybody's like, yeah, I think it was fine. I'm like, no, I'm going to buy it on another computer. I'm going to buy it on another platform.
There was a game we did where it was like we're having a lot, because I saw it, but I was like able to sort of get past it. I don't remember which game it was, but I remember you going, well, this is unacceptable. I will murder them all with my bare hands, and we're not doing this. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. So, maybe so. Maybe that's just how it is nowadays. But one of the problems that we're seeing with streaming and online stuff and data centers is the memory that we talked about last week.
Yes.
The price of memory is like tripled.
It's getting worse, apparently.
Apparently getting even worse. There was a story this week. I couldn't believe that I read this headline, Michael. Crucial is no longer going to be selling RAM to customers.
I saw that.
Like, they're no longer going to have direct sales. They are going to be only servicing large clients and data centers.
It's fucking crazy.
Crucial. Like Crucial, they've been around for a long time.
A very long time.
That's Micron's like RAM brand. I think they also make other types of storage stuff that I've used in the past, but I've used their shit.
A lot of people
good.
have, yeah.
Like it's generally pretty inexpensive and it's decent quality.
Very friendly budget wise. Like and I've seen a lot of people build their stuff with it.
Yeah.
At some point.
And as of February of next year, nope. No more. So you got until February of next year to pick up.
Well, Jeff, you got to download your memory.
Right.
Remember, you just got to download more of it.
You wouldn't download memory.
Yeah.
I saw Johnny Mnemonic. I know what happens when you try that RAM doubler bullshit.
It doesn't work out. But no, it's just it's fucking annoying because it's like there's so many assets, so many things that are used for gaming and phones and so many other things. So much of it's just being eaten up by AI.
Yep.
And Bird Game 3, I get how popular you are, but come on, guys.
It's one of these things where, I mean, you know, on a long enough timeline, just to I'm gonna pull my old man trap card for a second, right?
Okay.
Is that like used to be that me and like 3 other people in Austin cared about like RAM prices. Used to be there were places where they were having like a sale over the weekend and you would go because RAM was only like $35 instead of like $55. The idea that now, like, this industry is so hungry that it's sucking the raw chips out before they could be put into, like, my computer or game console or, I guess it would be one thing if I had to fight OpenAI at Best Buy for like if I went into Best Buy and there was a guy with an OpenAI shirt that was trying to get all the RAM and be like, hey, you can't have all that. It's like,
get off of me.
Like Black Friday, right? Like I'm trying to fight them for the RAM, but they're like, no. We went to the water company and just took the line from your house and turned your house off, and now it's ours now. And you're like, what? No, give it back. I need that shit. Everything needs RAM.
Yeah, everything needs RAM.
My car needs RAM.
You're taking RAMs. It would be really funny if they ended up accidentally buying like literal RAMs. Like they have their AI, like AI find cheap RAM, and then like there's the fucking factory
show up.
They're like, where did all these RAMs come from? You said to get cheap RAM, so I got these RAMs. Like, god damn it.
Yeah, I don't know. It fucking sucks. Like
it's really stupid.
And
this is just another niche in a long range of random shit that was used for gaming computers.
Yeah,
that is just being possible to get because the first time
video cards
with the crypto mining
they
were making like limited edition cards. And like I remember a news story where it's like somebody found a bunch of limited edition Gundam video cards in like a crypto farm or something, and they're like we're worth a lot more than they would have been if they were just in that fucking thing.
Right.
It's just ridiculous. Like you can't even buy like fucking novelty ones, let alone actual ones.
So but here's the thing that I keep coming back to, Michael. I'm just gonna go on a very brief editorial tangent because we don't have time. We got a lot of stories about I wouldn't be as mad as I am if my life was better in any way because of this. Like, I have used ChatGPT in Midjourney, and I'll be goddamned if I could figure out a use for it in my life.
No, yeah.
I don't want an AI girlfriend, and I don't want to generate pictures of boobs. It can't even do the basic thing that all technology is used for, which is smut. It can't even do the smut right. Like
all I know is there's an entire episode of Futurama as to why I should not have an AI girlfriend. Right. We need to stop this.
Electric gonorrhea, the noisy killer. Yeah. But like I know that's the thing is that all this stuff keeps happening. I keep going like, when is it gonna make anything better for me? When are my games gonna be better? When is my food gonna be cheaper? When is my life going to be more fulfilling? When is my soul going to stop being empty?
What is this thing about AI?
Like, we're just going to take everything and do your fin and fuck you. That's my name. Like,
the thing is, I was warned that Arnold Schwarzenegger robots were going to kill me, not take my chips.
Right.
I don't understand.
Right. Yeah. God,
this is not
Crucial is being shut down. Like,
this is not what I thought Skynet was going to do to us.
Shit, is that why they all live in the rubble in the future because there's no more RAM?
There's no more RAM.
They all got to live in the sewers because there's no RAM for smart houses or cell phones or anything. They're just like, fuck, we got to eat rats in the sewers.
Yeah.
Shit.
Rat burgers.
God damn it. Fucking world.
Shit's ridiculous.
All right. Speaking of completely ridiculous stories, last week, okay, this is a weird story. Last week, GameStop accepted a $30,000 Pokemon card in store credit trade-in.
I heard about this. It's like a Gengar or something.
Yeah. And then they went online to crow about how this will put those people that say that GameStop is undercutting your trade-ins. This will shut them up because this card is actually worth $33,000, but we gave the guy $30,000, and so that was a good deal. Like it was almost like 80% of what the card was worth or whatever. And everybody's like, yeah, well, how much will you give me for Battlefield 6? Like, oh, $15. And how much do you sell Battlefield 6 for? Like $45. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're still what you think you are. What you think you are. That was clearly a publicity stunt.
Yep.
Because was it part of the? I don't know if it's already happened or if it was part of it.
It's not part of that.
It's not part of that thing.
Yeah.
For people who don't know what I'm talking about, there's a thing that's going to happen where they're going to accept anything.
I feel so fucking bad about that.
I feel awful for every GameStop employee that's going to have to deal with it.
It's got a lot of caveats, and like you can only trade in one thing, and it's like a maximum of like $30 or $40 or something like that. But they'll say they'll accept anything outside of like drugs and taxidermies and things like that.
Yeah.
Like
boots and stuff you can give them apparently.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be weird.
But like
it's going to be real weird.
But in the words of we're talking about Futurama, in the words of Hermes Conrad, this just raises further questions. Like $30,000 in store credit at GameStop.
Think of all the Funko Pops that are going bankrupt you can buy, Jeff.
At GameStop? They're not going to be around long enough for you to spend $30,000 in store credit. I don't spend $30,000 a year on video games. Like,
I don't know what you could buy for that much.
You could buy every fucking thing in the store and probably still have $5,000 left over. Like,
probably, but like, even more than that.
Who the fuck did that and why? That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. I'm curious to how many Funko Pops you bought.
Sell your $30,000 card on eBay.
He knew it was like, that's the thing, is that they told them and they found out it was that much.
Yeah.
He still gave it to GameStop.
Right. Yeah, but why? But why?
Yeah, I don't see GameStop lasting that long enough to spend $30,000.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Could have bought a car with that.
Fucking ridiculous. Let's see. Going back a minute. Speaking of ridiculous, Dispatch has been doing ridiculously well, as you pointed out earlier. And there's been a lot of this is like the second week in a row where I've had like a news story that's about the discussion of like of the developers being like, you guys should not try to copy this because like everything that happened here was not is not copyable.
No,
like,
it was not really done. It's kind of done on happenstance.
Yeah,
like there's no way to do this like legitimately or not legitimately. There's no way to copy doing it. They did it purely by chance.
Yeah. What's the quote? He says, this is from Michael Chong, and he says it's like from every metric from a production perspective, no one should do this. He also says, if you think episodic alone is going to be a thing that dictates success for you, then good luck.
Jesus Christ.
They also talked about how, like, one of the biggest things that we've seen here that we haven't seen with a lot of other episodic games is the fact that it was weekly.
Yes.
Like, Telltale games were monthly, if not
if you were lucky,
monthly.
They were monthly.
Yeah.
Because there was that hot minute where there was some games that were like episode 1, episode 2, like 2 years later.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. I think Wolf Among Us was the one that like was real bad about that.
So the idea that they were able to do that, they said that like they probably could have plopped the entire thing out at once, but that they probably got a little bit of a boost in the popularity by releasing 2 episodes a week that got at people. Because I don't know, man, like, they're about 1 hour episodes. There's 8 of them.
Yeah, I finished the whole thing in a day. Like,
yeah.
And not even, but like kind of thing.
It's a great one. It was a great one for that format. Like, I liked it when Hitman released episodically because you got to fuck with the one level over and over again. But that's like, Dispatch. The other thing that's nice about that is it encourages you to go back and try it again if you're really into it. Like, if you're really into it, you can go back and just replay it immediately. So,
and since it was more like a TV show type game,
yeah,
it made it easier to like digest that way.
Yeah.
Like if you were doing this like the way, not even Hitman, if you had like a really long game that was in episodic chunks, you can't just replay those long periods over and over again. Like those are like 3, 4, or 5 hours type of thing for a 60-hour game.
Yeah.
Like it's just not happening.
The other thing he said that I thought was really is just something that I've been trying to like hammer home, so I'm sure the audience is tired of hearing it, is quote, if the creative is strong, you can cut it up however you like, and it probably is going to make it through, even if it's a poor decision. Basically, just being like, because part of this was him talking about, he's like, if you have a good game, you can put it out all at once. You can put it out in chunks. You kind of put it out however you want to. People will get engaged with it and they will play it.
Yes.
If you have a bad game, you can put it out 1 episode a week, and it's probably going to do even worse than if you put it out all at the same time.
100%.
Like if it has no soul, it just doesn't matter.
It really is the case, because everybody will think about a better game way longer than they'll ever think about a mid game.
Yeah.
And even a worse game. Because as fun as a terrible game is, it's only fun for like maybe an hour type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, or if you watch like a Let's Player do the whole thing. But that's because you're not suffering through playing it.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Like that's the only reason that game will be enjoyable that way. So doing a game like that episodically, no one's going to want that.
Nope.
Or even the mid version of that game.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Speaking of strange game releases, are you familiar with Horses?
No.
Have you seen this yet?
What is this?
So,
is it just a game about horses?
No. This is a very weird game. It's a black and white game where you go to a farm and you have to spend like 14 days there. And the farm is full of horses, and these horses are naked people with horse heads put on them.
Interesting.
And increasingly, like over the course of several days, your uncle, who is like the farmer that runs the farm, will have you doing increasingly unpleasant things as he treats what are obviously people like livestock. There's a lot of like live action footage that's cut into it. It's supposed to be very disturbing. It's about 3 hours long.
Interesting.
So last week,
very fucking weird, but interesting.
Yeah. Last week, we talked about how they went to go make a coming soon game on page on Steam, and then Steam came back and they said, we need you to send us an entire build of this before we'll approve this. And then they did. And then Steam said, no, you cannot be on our platform. And they said, why? And they say, you broke our guidelines. They said, which guidelines? They said, you broke our guidelines. They said, well, will you reconsider? And they said, no. So this game came out this week, not on Steam.
Is it this game?
This game, yep. Horses. But, you know, that was fine because apparently, well, last week, the second part of the story was that GOG stepped up and they were like, we'll put it out on our platform. We don't give a shit. Like,
this is fucking weird as shit.
Yep. We'll do whatever. Also, Epic Game Store and Humble Games were like, we will put it out on our storefronts. But then, right before it released, Epic Game Store was like, no, we've decided that we're not going to. So it is not on the Epic Game Store. Then Humble was like, we're scared. So they took it down. And then they like reviewed it. And then they were like, okay. And then they put it back up again. But
okay, that's interesting. This is whole. I keep saying this is interesting. This whole thing is fucking weird as shit.
Yeah.
The longer it goes on, the weirder it gets. It feels like a performance piece that has gone too far.
Yes. We talked about it last week, and it's interesting because I'm not sure whether, like, first off, it's a good example of like how much power just the platforms have,
yes.
Right? If your game is not on Steam, that's difficult. However, it's possible that if your game is banned on Steam and you can get enough people to write stories about it, that it might be able to be it might get enough word of mouth so that it gets traction on other places. But the idea that it's also not on Epic, like, they're really, I don't know, like, I watched the trailer for it and it was weird, and it was like,
I like that their website is a WTF instead of a .com.
Oh yeah,
or a .net.
It's a weird game, but I've seen some fucked up games on Steam, man. Like,
yeah, this isn't like the weirdest thing I've even seen from Steam in the past year.
Like, Mouthwashing is an intense game full of grotesque imagery.
Yes,
and that's
some
like
grotesque fucking like subject matters.
People's game of the year in some cases. Like, so the idea that horses is not allowed.
Of all things, that's the one that's
and then it's not even
specific.
I don't even think it's like a sex game thing, even though there's like nudity in it. But
well, from what I can tell, it doesn't seem like that's part of its plot.
Yeah,
like there's probably something that's just was so disturbing for whoever reviewed it that was just like, I don't want, in good conscience, can do this type of thing.
There was also another thing where Epic Game Store said that they went through this. It's called the IARC questionnaire, and it's what's supposed to determine your rating. And that they said to the developer that they went through that questionnaire and that they got an AO rating, which is why it's not on there, because they won't host AO stuff on their site. Unless I actually found this really interesting. Unless that AO rating is because the game has crypto or blockchain in it, then Epic will host it on their website.
That's
on their
fucking
game service.
Strange.
Yep, because they're into that shit.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
The company that made it said they went through the exact same thing, and when they got to the end, it was an M and not an AO. So they're like, what the fuck, you guys? Like,
somebody definitely saw something that they just don't want to put on here for some reason.
Yep.
Like, they probably played the whole game and saw something.
Yeah.
Problem is, we don't know what it is because I don't see myself playing this type of thing.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Like, I don't know.
Well, let me know what happens.
It's weird because IGN, like, there's an IGN article. IGN did review it and gave it a 7 out of 10, and they were like, it's difficult and it's disturbing, but it's like, it's saying something
interesting,
and it's using disturbing imagery to say something.
I have to stop using interesting during the story.
This is not the first thing in the world to use disturbing imagery to try to say something about an aspect of life.
If somebody has to take a shot every time I say interesting, they were probably dead by now.
Yeah,
but yes, that is fucking crazy. We've seen so many games that are just like super fucked up EX arcade mode or whatever, and they're fine on these platforms. I don't really understand why this one specific, but it must be something that's like, it's like the way it does it that's freaking somebody out. There has to be.
I read the review and it said that the game is like a silent film. Every time somebody talks, it zooms up on their mouth and then it just puts the text on the screen. Fun. And like, I was like, so I don't know. I'm also a little afraid of it because I'm afraid of starting to record it and then being like, oh, I can't put this on any website.
I know. I don't think you could make a Let's Play for that based on just naked horsemen alone.
I don't know. Maybe I gotta look it up and see if I can find it. We gotta kick it in high gear. All right, Game Awards. Speaking of weird shit, Game Awards put a big old thing out in the desert.
I saw images of this thing.
Yeah.
It's weird as shit.
Keeley went on and he said Regal inspiring thickness, which is a geocode thing. People went out to the desert and they found this giant obelisk with a bunch of like skeletons and bullshit and then a big LED glowing fire death spider thing. I can't tell what the fuck this is. It looks like Doom.
I don't know.
It could be Doom, but there's also a crocodile and like a bear on it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't like. I've been looking it over because I saw it online and I thought I was going crazy.
Yeah.
And then eventually people were like, "What is it, Jeff Keighley?" And then I'm like, "Oh, this is a Game Awards thing."
Yeah.
And so people are just speculating, although there are people joking that it's Half-Life 3 related. But nobody really knows. Like there's been some theories, but there's one theory that I heard that made sense, but I don't remember what it is anymore.
There was there's a popular theory that it was Diablo. It was a Diablo thing. But then Jason Schreier came out and was like, I know what that is. It is not Diablo. It's going to be cool. It's not Diablo is all I'll say. So
I heard one theory that was very specific. It wasn't Doom either, but I don't remember. And it wasn't Diablo, but I can't remember what it was.
That like, see how this is bear and he's got a hand. Somebody was like, it's Altered Beast. Like this is an Altered Beast game.
I'd be cool with that.
But there's a lot of just like demonic dead guys, and the Altered Beast isn't like a demon game, right?
Not really. Well, there's some demon type things in it, but it's not really. Why would it look like that? Like
I don't know.
That image, the imagery alone is not really an Altered Beast thing.
It's probably DLC for Doom, right?
That would make that would make a lot more sense.
Like
looking
that
at
came
it.
out this year. Doom Dark Ages DLC, I guess. So
But that's a lot of work to do for a DLC.
maybe I don't know. I guess we'll see in a couple of weeks.
We'll see. It's next week, actually.
Yeah. Let's see. Another Game Awards news. Megabonk got pulled off of the Game Awards roster. That was it was nominated for best.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah.
Best debut, and then the guy was like, "I've actually made several other games under other pseudonyms, and like, so take me off that list." It's back on because it's in the Player's Choice category.
Oh, okay.
So
that's fun.
Yeah, yeah, good for them. I don't think Megabonk. All due respect to Megabonk, I don't think Megabonk should win anything. It's a very unfinished game, and it's just Vampire Survivors in 3D. It's a very good game. I like playing it. It is fun. It is not up to what I would even remotely consider to be a game of the year standard. So
people have finds some weird things to be like their game.
Yeah,
their game that they were like, we'll fight for.
They put out the nominations, and it's the first round, so there's a lot of stuff in here. I noticed Arc Raiders was on here, but a lot of this is stuff that's on other places.
Yeah. I voted for Indiana Jones last time.
Outside of Warframe, why the fuck? I know they keep updating Warframe, but like, don't you consider Warframe for best 2025 voters' choice? It had to come out this year, assholes. Like,
it doesn't matter, Jeff. It's everybody's favorite game of the year.
Sure.
Same with Fortnite.
Let's see. Speaking of Arc Raiders, I thought this was a fun thing. There's a guy online who has basically decided to open a shop in Arc Raiders. So he just found like a bombed out building, and he put a bunch of fruit down, and then like a guy comes up. His name is Grumble Grits, and he basically just has this like little fruit stand, and then a guy like, God damn it, what is this? Whenever time I try to go full screen, it keeps switching. Guy comes up, and he's like looking at him, and he's using like kind of the voice like like built-in voice comms.
Yeah.
Where the guy's like, "Oh, is this like a store?" And he's like, "Yes." He's like, "Oh, it's fruit. Do you have any lemons? I need a lemon." And he puts down a lemon. And he's like, "Oh shit, cool. How much is it?" He's like, "Don't worry about it." And he's like, "Well, I feel like I should give you something." He's like, "I need heavy ammo." And he's like, "I don't have any of that, but here, I'll leave this for you." And so this guy is making his own game in Arc Raiders, where he's like, it takes a while to like get the stock, and then like find a place and then clear out all of the enemies, robots that are around it, and like make sure I don't get janked on the way there or back. So
that's incredible.
Yeah,
insane but incredible.
This is the kind of dumb shit I'm here for.
What's the type of thing that I love about gamers is they will play a game that's not designed for something and then do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope he's able to do this without dying for as long as possible.
Yep. So speaking of online games, Helldivers 2 is now significantly smaller on the PC. So Helldivers 2 had a 154 gigabyte install on the PC.
Which makes sense.
And last week, he said they went through and they did some kind of like asset reconstruction thing on it, and it is now 23 gigabytes.
That's huge. That's a massive jump down.
Yep. Which, considering
sweet liberty,
considering how many 100 gigabyte games there are out there, that's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, fucking hell.
So yeah, it's in beta right now to make sure that nothing got broken. You could opt into it on Steam, but what a nice feel good story of like, way to go, Arrowhead. You guys doing good work for everybody.
That's great work. Yeah. Freedom's restored.
Also, it looks like there's a new thing where you got to liberate they've got the magma worlds. They've added some magma worlds to the game where the robot guys are like mining. So they put out a little Super Earth propaganda video about like no, these magma worlds can't be used for anything, but the evil machines are using them to build more machines, so you guys got to go liberate that shit. So
it's such a funny thing every time when they're like, go liberate that thing. It's like, but why? Because we said so.
Yeah,
for democracy.
At the end, they've got this thing where they've got like it's like a extraction. There's like a baby, and it just says every ore they take is a child's future lost.
Oh my god. That's incredible.
So
I can't help but love those fucking crazy bastards.
Yeah, I was thinking about downloading it now that it's not a fucking 150 gigs. Like
that's fair. I still have mine installed. Every now and then I go back because you can get like the medals if you just go back because they finish their things. You just go back and unlock more stuff and then leave and come back.
Helldivers movie has a director, and it's Justin Lin from the Fast and Furious franchise, and that's perfect.
That's not a bad idea at all.
So
I don't know, like this is going to be a fun time if they do it right. It'll be just a fun time.
Yeah,
like, they don't even have to be like full on like, you know, like satire. Starship Troopers like level satire. They can be like wacky satire and just have fun with it, and it could be a fun time.
Absolutely. Sonic is getting a new spin-off movie.
Oh, that makes sense.
This was announced December 22nd of 2028. So they got the new Sonic movie that's going to be coming out, and there's going to be one that's a spin-off that's not specifically Sonic. People are really hoping for Knuckles or for Shadow.
It's got to be a Shadow one. Knuckles got a show, so they don't need to do anything more Knuckles related.
Joke's on you. It's the Tails movie, and everybody hates it. But I actually was thinking about this because they were like, oh, that will be the 5th movie and 6th overall property in Sonic, and I'm like, they're churning out these movies faster than they're making games.
Oh, 100%. And the funniest part is they're more well received than every game they've ever made.
Absolutely. So
again, I've mentioned this on my social media. If somebody told me 20 years ago that Sonic the Hedgehog would have a fucking successful movie franchise before any other video game, I would have thought you were a psychopath.
I would too.
And now I'm here loving every minute of it.
I still do.
I love it. It's so stupid.
All right. Quick. Splinter Cell, the Splinter Cell remakes director came back. So David Gribble was the guy that was doing the director, who's going to be the director of the Splinter Cell remake. He left the Ubisoft in 2022 to go to EA to work on the narrative team for Battlefield 6. That narrative team was completely dissolved and all of their ideas were thrown out the door. And so they decided to go back to Ubisoft and go back to being the director on the Splinter Cell remake. So
that's kind of funny.
Yep.
I'm still curious what's going to happen with that remake, but we'll see.
Konami, we were talking about Metal Gear remakes. No, it wasn't even Konami. It was the company that made Delta. They were talking about how remaking, like there's a question of if they're going to do another Metal Gear remake. They were asked about doing a Metal Gear Solid 4 remake, and they said, like, that shit's really hard because the way Metal Gear Solid 4 was put together, it's using a bunch of fucked up like processes that are very difficult to replicate.
Yeah,
so
there's a reason why Metal Gear Solid 4 has just not been re-released still.
Yeah,
to this day, which is why we're still waiting on what's going to happen with the
collection
2. Like, will Metal Gear Solid 4 be part of it, or is there like a streaming key? Like, how does that work?
Yeah.
And also, you don't need that. You shouldn't remake 4. You have perfectly other games to remake.
Remake 1 first, you bitches.
Yeah,
like, it's what comes after 3 anyway.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
Or remake Metal Gear 1 and 2. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I want to play those games in like a weird remake.
Put them back to back.
Yeah.
Speaking of sequels, IO has confirmed, they basically have said once they get done with James Bond, they're probably going to start development on Hitman 4. So,
nice.
They said that there's going to be a bunch of updates next year. Obviously, the first light is supposed to come out in March of next year. I'm sure they'll do some DLC for that. And then apparently they're going to keep, because they continue to do updates for Hitman World of Assassination. There's going to be some kind of co-op update next year.
Oh, that's fun.
But they're not. They just wanted to kind of confirm that they're not putting it down, and I couldn't be happier. Team Cherry had an interview about DLC for Silksong. They're currently working on that. They were asked kind of what they wanted to do after that. They got into a very strange philosophical conversation where they were like, well, we started thinking about it. We're like, if it's 7 years between every game, and then you count like how long a human being lives, like I don't have like infinity games to make in my lifetime. Like I maybe have like 3 more. Like,
it just reminds me of that scene of Barbie where they're all dancing and then Barbie just goes, "You guys ever think of death?"
Yeah.
Just like randomly, you're like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. So the idea being that they're thinking about whether they want to move on to doing something that's not Hollow Knight, because they made Hollow Knight 1, they made Silksong, and like, do you want to just keep making Hollow Knight, or do you want to like do something else? I'm in the do something else camp. I always want people to do something else.
I would rather them do something else. That's why God of War Ragnarok ended up the way it was.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was, but they're like, we have kids now, and I want to see them grow up.
Yeah.
I can't make more God of Wars.
And then last, Oh, this is another really weird game where they were talking. Yacht Club Games was talking about Mina the Hollower that got pushed back a little bit. And they had this let me just. This is in a Bloomberg interview, and the studio head said, quote, if we sold 500,000 copies, that would be golden. If we sold even 200,000, that would be really, really great. If we sold like 100,000, that's not good. Saying if the game flops, we'll as a company we'll still be around, but we will need to be like finding independent investment immediately.
Yeah.
Because Shovel Knight was not a smash breakout Hollow Knight hit. Right?
No, it came out and it wasn't like people liked it, but it was like a very niche amount of people were really playing it.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't really until like a lot of streamers and YouTubers and stuff really just would not stop talking about it.
Yeah.
That people were finally like, well, maybe I'll see what the Shovel Knight thing is. And then they kept adding more content to it because other studios were like, hey, we'll give you more money to make like this is how I'm pretty sure this is how the DLC fights happened was the each version had a boss that was related to the platform you got it on.
Oh yeah.
And I bet you that's part of how they got some of their money to stay afloat.
Yeah.
And so like once that happened, I think that's really when they started taking off.
Yep.
And now they're like considered sort of a householdy type name, but even then not as much as they could have been.
But like that puzzle game that we played wasn't super duper big deal.
It also wasn't super well received either.
The Shovel Knight, I guess it was called Dig. It was like a kind of a weird downward, I don't know, Dig Dug style thing. Like,
and then there was the one that we played that was a roguelite, if I remember. Is it or the one that where you hit like you go down a pit and you just keep going further down the pit or whatever?
Oh yeah.
And that one I don't know if people talk that much about.
I don't think any of the spin-offs have been especially big.
No,
so.
The ones that were the ones I think the only one that was like considered big, and even then big is like a relative term in that way, is the when they made like a whole game based on like that one Poison Knight. I forget his name.
Oh yeah.
And that one was very well received.
Yep.
Everything else, no.
All of the alternative ones, I played all of them. Like they're not super long games, and there was enough years between them. I was like, oh yeah, I'm ready for some more Hollow Knight.
Even their amiibos are really easy to get, and that's saying a lot, to be honest.
Wow. Yeah, very true. Okay, and with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we've got trailers, so stick around, and we'll see you in just a minute. And that means it's trailer time.
Yeah,
it's morbid time.
We're gonna get a U-Haul, and then we're gonna
we're gonna rate different trailers. Like One Hitch, like Full Truck.
They're very impressive when they have horses in them.
That's right. Fewer trailers than I normally drag out.
Yeah,
I cut a whole bunch of stuff this
I'm
week.
surprised by that, actually. I'm used to it like being like just fucking the entire thing.
Yeah.
These tiny tabs.
So, yeah. Hopefully, we won't go over time this time, I say, as we almost certainly will. First up, I don't know why I always put Fortnite at the beginning, but the Fortnite Battle Royale Chapter 7 Pacific Break cinematic trailer came out. I think it started with all the crazy ass shit you were telling me happened at the end of the last season.
Yeah, there's like a lot of references and like clips from other stuff that's happened in the past, as well as stuff that I don't know if is like part of it or not.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the opening cutscene that really happens when you start up the new season.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like a hangover thing.
Yeah. It's like everybody went out and got wasted on slurp juice, and then we had a fucking time. Apparently, the whole thing is California.
Yeah, it's like different parts of California is what the island is. I saw somebody actually like break down which parts of California each chunk is.
Oh, okay.
Because they are all based on like different parts of California.
Yeah. Because you got Hollywood, and you got like Muscle Beach and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, somebody said like San Francisco is like part of it as well.
Yeah. This is interesting though, because this is the one where it's more focused on the like Fortnite characters and less on the like special guests that we normally see. So.
Yeah, it's just this weird like introduction to like just whatever this world is instead.
Yeah.
And it is interesting that it has nothing to do with all the guest characters for the most part.
And there's like a giant orb or something at the end that blows up the battle bus. There's like a dude with like a amber faceplate that shows up in both of these. So that guy, I don't know.
Yeah,
what
I don't
his
really.
deal is.
I don't 100% know what's going on with him. The battle bus was destroyed for most of the week.
Oh,
It's back as of either today or tomorrow.
so wait, how would you get into the game then?
It was you showed up on a surfboard.
Oh,
And you would like get to where the map was, and then you jump off, and then you like glide to a spot.
Oh,
but
okay.
the problem was that you couldn't like land like wherever you were, just where you were.
Oh,
which
okay.
caused a lot of problems for people. But apparently, what it is now, once the battle bus is back, is it's 80% chance to be on the battle bus to drop wherever,
Yeah.
and a 20% chance to be on the surfboard, so you can like land that way instead.
okay.
And so yeah, your character like appears on a surfboard instead, and like is slowly like coming towards the island, and then jumps off.
All right.
It was weird. I did it twice, and I died immediately because everybody's crazy.
Yeah, and it looks like at least in this first part, you've got Beatrix Kiddo and Marty McFly are your
Yes. So Marty has both his Back to the Future 1 and 2 outfits.
Oh, okay.
And
the jacket. Your jacket is now dry jacket,
and
as
he,
well
and
as
he has the cap
life preserver.
as well. And
yeah.
and the unlock and the part of the pass are the Nikes.
Oh, okay.
And so what's great about that is that anybody can wear those Nikes.
Oh.
And so if you want Godzilla to wear those 2015 Nikes, you can.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about any of this.
It's interesting.
Anyway, they also showed off. They also had a gameplay trailer that showed off some gameplay. So this is
There's the
deploying
surfboard.
surf the storm. They showed off some of the new models. There's like they're bringing back some older weapons. There's also like both a revive mechanic and a self-revive that are new for this.
Yeah, I've been watching people on Reddit fuck around with them. Like you can if you're by yourself, you can self-revive now.
Yeah.
It just takes a bit of time to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another thing where you can take the revive van with you, and you can revive like your teammate inside of the van as you're driving away.
Okay.
So, and I've heard, although the thing that I've heard about it is that like gas is like really low now, so you can only drive for like a little bit now. So if you like boost, you'll run out of gas like immediately.
Said it before, I'm going to say it again. Fortnite may not completely be my thing, but man, I appreciate how often they change shit up and how high the quality seems to remain. Like they don't just add like any one of the Fortnite half-season chapters would be full DLC for any other video game.
Yeah, they did an entire Simpsons mini, and again, it
was like a month,
season,
right?
That lasted a month.
Yeah.
Where any other game that would have been doing this sort of like live service, that would have been like a year's worth of content in that time frame.
Or the full game.
Yeah.
Like it just would have been the Simpsons Battle Royale game.
That's all it would have been. Like these guys are consistently doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I can't help but be like interested in the fact that they're doing this. And I'm always like annoyed with the fact that like when I was younger, I was like, this game won't last that long. There's no reason to start. Now I'm like, man, kind of wish I started in the beginning so I had all the crazy shit that I can't get anymore. There's no way I would have known that was going to happen.
You know, every time you come over here and I talk to you, you're like telling me about, I did jump into Fortnite for this, and this. And it's like, well, you know, as long as you're having fun. All right.
Yeah. There was a girl I was interested in. I remember when I was like, just when I was working when it first came out, they're like, "Hey, did you hear this Fortnite thing?" And I'm like,
babies.
And I was like, no, that sounds dumb. I don't really want to do that. Like, it's probably not going to last. I literally told them it's not going to last that long. It's a fad.
Right.
It'll disappear. The same thing I said about Minecraft, by the way. So, fucking jokes on me twice in a row. Fucking ridiculous.
Well, you know, at least this isn't a podcast where we give our opinions about video games, what's going to happen in the future.
This is why I bought Avengers, and I was like, this game will last forever. Fucking idiot me.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, speaking of idiot games that I don't want to mess with anymore, we did get the Overwatch 2 Season 20 launch trailer.
There's no way they've done 20 seasons.
I think
they're
that's
probably counting seasons
Overwatch
for Overwatch 1. Yeah.
I only brought this in because it did show us Vendetta, the new character, actually like in battle. I did realize there was a headline that I didn't talk about on another podcast where it was like, people are now saying that the whole the video game industry has come full circle because Vendetta is a ripoff of Ileana from Marvel Rivals. So now,
oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
Because she got the giant sword and some of her moves are kind of similar. I don't know if that's that's not exactly a thing, but
well, I guess it's because it's like magic shit. I guess. I don't know. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah. But yeah, there doesn't also appear to be a lot here. There's like some new update. She's the new character, some new updates to a few different maps, and then they're bringing back Winter Wonderland because, of course, they are.
Yeah.
And there was a Divine Desperado Cassidy skin that kind of looks like garbage, and I don't know. I don't want to play this game. So.
I don't know. I wish I liked this game still, but the difference between me wanting to like this game and me having time is very slim.
Well, you found an online game that you like more. So
yeah, hell, I like Marvel. I like Marvel Rivals more. If I wasn't in a relationship, I would be playing so much Marvel Rivals.
Yeah,
it's not even fucking funny. Like Overwatch would still be like on the fucking side.
I was talking about Fortnite, to be honest.
Well, that's what I mean. Like I mean of like the Overwatch ones.
Sure.
Like that's what I would be doing. Like I also would be playing a lot of Fortnite too. I'd be doing both basically.
Anything but Overwatch.
Anything but Overwatch.
Escape from Tarkov.
Even
Arc Raiders.
Fucking Godfall, I guess. Sure.
Yeah. Let's see from there. We got the launch trailer for Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which is kind of just the cinematic that they put out before, but then mixed in with a whole bunch of cool ultimates from all the different people. We've already played this for the dojo. What a great game.
We almost finished it.
We got so close.
In Patreon, we got very close.
Very close.
This game is a lot longer than even we expected.
Yeah. It wasn't that much longer. We probably had another like 40 minutes or 30 or 40 minutes.
40, I would have guessed 40 minutes. At most.
But yeah. So, like we could have beaten the entire game at least in like 3-4 hours. But
yeah, that's the thing. But there's so many challenges and all this stuff that's going on. And we're 90% certain they're going to add more to this game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. That fucking their little map that you go between the levels is like ripe for branches.
100%.
But yeah, it's actually incredible, and I really like it. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm all in for a nice, quick 4 or 5 hour game that's got good mechanics and fun levels and nice art, and this has all of that stuff. And it's actually a lot easier when you're playing single player to avoid the thing challenge.
It's kind of not fair that everybody has to avoid them if you got to do that challenge.
Very true. It was also like I went through and I was like, well, I know what they mean now. I know what they're asking me to do now. So
because some of them were super vague.
Yeah.
One of them was the bugbear. You're like, what does that mean?
Right.
And then we found out what it meant that last second.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah.
Please buy this game.
Yeah, check it out. At least on Game Pass, if not buy.
Yeah, if not play it on Game Pass. If not buy it. It's not that expensive. It's like $30.
We got another character trailer for the Night Raid expansion. This is the other character called the Undertaker. I think
they still make this?
Scholar. They put out an expansion for that came out December 4th. So
when does Kane show up?
What?
Sorry, that's a WWF reference.
Oh,
Undertaker and Kane. That's all thing.
This lady has some pretty cool Dark Souls 1 skins. I went and looked them up.
Oh, that's fun.
The Dark Firekeeper, the Anorlando Firekeeper, and Ciaran or whatever her name is. Some pretty cool ones. But yeah, another melee focused character. It's obvious that whoever their cinematic team is doing something else right now, because these are a lot more just kind of a little bit more meat and potatoes than the big flashy trailers that they put out. So, but they got some new bosses in there that are fun, and yeah. I mean,
I'm glad this game is doing better than people seem to be like claiming it is.
I think it's got a small but dedicated fan base. I think a lot of people tried it out, and then a lot of people stuck with it, and that's great. It's not my game, so
good for them.
But
they're still making collector's editions.
Yep, good stuff. Let's see. Red Dead Redemption got a launch trailer, Michael. I know what you're thinking. What?
What year is it?
Yeah. This is the PS5, Xbox Series X, up-res version of because they put out the PS4 and Xbox One versions. And then it was always been on the PC. It came on the PC a couple years back. But then there weren't like next-gen upgrades for it. This is a next-gen upgrade that coincides with the Netflix launch of this as being part of Netflix.
I forgot about that.
So they wanted a really nice-looking version. I got to say, I watched this trailer. I was like, Red Dead Redemption looks really good in 4K.
I kind of want to replay Red Dead Redemption 1. I started like a small replay because my girlfriend's never played it, and so I thought about playing it and having her watch me, but she ended up we ended up just we've been out so often that I ended up just never doing that.
Yeah.
Because and also that's not a game that you can really watch a person play for that long.
Yeah.
Because there's so many like busy work things in between.
Everybody in the Discord was asking if Jason and I are going to do another playthrough, and I'm like, a third one? Like, why? I mean, like, is this just a thing we have to do every decade? Is Jason and I have to, the older we get, now we're 60, we got to start playing Red Dead Redemption. We got to do another Let's Play of Red Dead Redemption. Like,
I'm amazed they haven't asked you to do Red Dead Revolver.
Well, yeah, that's always a thing. I don't know. You don't have any Gary Marzipan in Red Dead Revolver.
No, but it's also that game gets kind of difficult at times because it's an arcade game more than it is anything else.
It's bizarre.
I love that game, but it's very different.
I'll say I fired up because this is on PS Plus right now. I fired up this version, and I was like, "Oh yeah, maybe we'll play this." And I forgot that roughly 15 minutes into the beginning of Red Dead Redemption, you are doing farm chores for Miss Bonnie, and that goes on for a while.
That was part of the reason why we ended up stopping. She actually fell asleep while I was doing that stuff.
Yep. Herd them cattle.
Yeah. Mr. Marston, you got to herd them cattle.
We also got a trailer for the Power Pack for Gran Turismo 7.
Aren't there those little kids from Marvel or whatever?
Yes, the Marvel Power Pack. No, this is a kind of a new expansion of a bunch of new challenges that they're putting into Gran Turismo. They had a big winter update. Bryce explained all this to me a couple podcasts ago. I was like, I don't know what this is. I'm just going to put this new story in and then just like mute my microphone and let Bryce go on until it seems like he's out of steam. So
yeah, Bryce knows what he's talking about. I'll let them say what's going on.
But yeah, no, it's just like it's an expansion. It's got some new race types. Apparently, it's got a new AI that's like even more difficult than kind of the base AI. So it still looks really good. I mean, Gran Turismo 7 looks amazing.
It always looked really good. I remember there was a lot of hoopla over monetization and stuff, but it seems they've gotten past it, luckily.
Yeah. So that's out now.
What a weird game. I remember us playing that and it just being weird.
It was weird. We got to go to the coffee shop to learn about Toyotas. Let's see. 2 Point Museum has a new expansion. The 2 Point Zooseum.
What the fuck?
It basically is a zoo. They added zoos to 2 Point Museum.
I guess.
So
sure.
you could build a zoo and or sort of. The thing is that in 2 Point Museum you send expeditions out to get relics and then you bring them back. And this one you send them out to get animals and bring them back. And then you have to go through like a rehabilitation time where you like check them out and clean them up and make sure they're all right. And then you can either release them back into the wild or you can keep them forever. And if you have them together, they will breed and make new babies. So there you go.
And then you release them into the wild.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, just like everything, 2 Point Museum was obviously a very high quality game that
100%.
was good.
We played that for a bit too, actually. Yeah.
And this seems like a great expansion. Like if you're into 2 Point Museum, because also they're not like regular animals. They're like weird variants of animals.
Yeah, I think the only one that's like a regular animal that I've seen so far is the capybara.
Yeah,
because that's just what they look like.
Right. Yeah. So looks fun. Go grab it. It's out now. Let's see. Speaking of DLC, Ball Pit.
Oh yeah,
got a DLC.
Didn't you really get into this or something?
Oh, I beat the shit out of this game. They were like, this trailer is like, we sold 1,000 copies. Wait, did I say 1,000? I meant 1 million copies, and so they're getting 2 free DLCs or 3 free DLCs in 2026.
They all paid money.
Yeah. So I didn't actually. It's funny because this was on Game Pass, but then I also bought it on the Switch too.
Oh,
so.
Nice.
But yeah, new balls, new evolutions, and 2 new characters. The Regal update in January, and then there's like the what is it called? Like the Shadow update in April, and then there's like the Naturalist update or whatever in the spring. So,
it's in the summer.
Summer, yes,
July,
yes. Sorry, I didn't remember all the dates for Ball Pit.
I just saw that say July, and I'm like, I'm just gonna bring that up in case.
It's such a fun game. It's got such a loop. It's got such a one more time loop.
I can definitely see that from the look of it.
It's really good because it's got the it's got the city progression, so it's like you're doing the levels, then you get money from those levels to expand your town. That town gives your characters, it unlocks new characters, gives your characters more power, and then you're like, oh, well, I got to try that character out, so you go play with that character, then you expand your town more, and then you do more character, and so yeah, really good, like incredibly fun, real great loop. So. We got the full-on mission briefing for the craziest thing I've ever seen, which is the World of Assassination Eminem versus Slim Shady mission.
I still can't believe that's a real thing, by the way.
I'm listening to Diana from IO, listen up, 47. I've got another job for you. Recently, Slim Shady has been causing trouble. This contract comes directly from Eminem himself, who has tried to murder his alter ego several times. I don't know if the people that they're putting in these just pay to be in these. Like, if they were just like, hey, Eminem, will you give us like $1,000 and we'll make a level with you? This is so weird and so bizarre.
It's what makes it bizarre isn't the fact that Eminem is in the game.
Yeah.
Eminem's been in the game. He's in Fortnite, for Christ's sakes.
Sure.
It's the fact that Eminem and Slim Shady are two completely different people.
Yep.
And you have to kill Slim Shady specifically,
right,
for modern day Eminem.
Yeah, like the game poster is like 47 and Eminem on one side and Slim Shady on the other side. It's like, wait, two of those guys are the same guy. I don't know what that is.
Because Eminem is like his current like way he looks now currently, and Slim Shady is what he looked like at the height of his like. Or what, 2000s, 90s, I think, height.
And it looks like they took the Hokkaido hospital and like completely redid it into this weird, like fucked up wonderland full of Slim Shady bullshit.
What an insane fucking idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so bizarre.
The trailer also is just insane. Him punching the mirror, like it's going between them, and it's surreal.
Yep. It's so weird. I don't know. I'm tempted to go download it like as an elusive, but it's just because it's an elusive target. But I'm so curious. Like, can you poison Mom's spaghetti? It looks like you can from this trailer. So I don't know.
What creative ways can you kill that guy?
I don't know. Let's see. We got a 10-minute gameplay section of High on Life 2. Which was interesting. I think a lot of people forgot this is a thing.
I'm just curious as to what's going on with the voice stuff now.
So here's the thing. I watched all 10 minutes of this. It's like they've kept the look and the feel, and nobody does the Justin Roiland thing where he talks and talks and talks and talks. So it's just like watching a regular video game with like some goofy characters in it, but nobody has that Rick and Morty.
So nobody's talking so far.
Well, right now these two guys are having a conversation, but they're just having a goofy conversation between two characters. It's not the intergalactic cable or whatever.
Yeah, which was very much what the other games were, including High on Life 1.
Right. And so when I watched all 10 minutes of this, it's like, there's jokes, there's people talking to you, there's like plot points, there's gags, but none of it has that same like it's two brothers, it's then the tomatoes came, like it's none of that. It's just like it's like a normal video game dialogue.
So like is the dialogue for like the guns like just other actors that you can tell?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a bunch of other people. It looks like none of the guns from the previous game are back. It also has like a first person skateboarding mechanic that looks remarkably kind of fun.
Yeah.
This whole section takes place on kind of like a resort town where you're trying to like find a way into this one section, and it's like you go talk to this guy who tried to kill you, and he gives you a skateboard that's called the like I'm sorry deck that has a picture of him saying sorry I tried to kill you on the bottom of it. And like it looks pretty good. I don't know, it's weird. I was just like kind of forgot about this game, and I'm like,
I haven't stopped thinking about it purely because I'm like, what do you do with it without the guy who made your studio?
Yeah,
like that guy literally made everything happen to begin with.
There's like this gag where there's like this slug guy, and there's like a sand castle, and it's got this little version of these aliens that are on this planet in it. And he comes over, and you're like, "So what's happening here?" And the guy's like, "I'm condemning this house. It's like not built to code. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. And then the person in the sandcastle has like a little kid voice. He's like, yeah, he's right. I did do a bad job. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get a crew down here to raise this thing to the ground. It's a public hazard. He's like, it really is. I don't like it.
So weird. Okay, so the humor is sort of still there. It's just that's not like.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's still those gags. It's just
that the Justin Roiland flavoring
shtick
is just not there.
Yeah,
which honestly rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, even when they liked him.
Right.
Because that was one of the reasons I remember I would talk to people like, hey, would you ever play High on Life? They're like, I don't really like that type of humor all that much.
Right.
Because it gets kind of grating after a while, and I'm like, you know what, that's fair.
I mean, it was a Trover Saves the
Universe,
World,
yeah.
and then there was the VR one that Crows made. It was like where you went into the VR that was in the VR that was in the VR that was in the VR.
I think that was just the Rick and Morty VR. I think they did.
No. It was, there was that, but there was another one that was like one of the first things they put out.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
I think I played it. I think I played it back when we were doing VR games. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look half bad. Like I kind of petered out a little bit on High on Life 1, but if they tighten it up, and I especially like the skateboarding stuff, looks like it's a good way to quickly get around a kind of semi-open world.
Yeah, I wonder if they were able to still like get some of the weird Easter eggs they were able to at the time.
Yeah,
because I remember one of the Easter eggs was just an entire Mystery Science Theater type thing with the people from Red Letter Media.
Oh,
in
yeah,
the first one. And that's because they were like, I guess, friendly with Justin Roiland or something.
Oh,
which is why he did that one. He did that like Rick and Morty voice for that one Half in the Bag for them.
Oh yeah.
And so I think that was part of what caused that, but I don't know. That's why I'm just so curious about this. I'm like, what type of game is this going to be?
Yeah.
Without that fucking crazy person.
In a lot of ways, what I got from it, because we're not watching with the sound turned on, is what in a lot of ways what I got from it is it's High on Life just without that one aspect.
Yeah.
Like,
which is weird to think about.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Like as much as everybody's going to be like, well, you know, like I think that's better. But like, no, it's just weird to think about because it is a sequel to a game without that feel to it.
Right.
It's like
that was like kind of the selling point for a lot of people for that game.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So it's like, how does that feel afterwards? And I guess we'll find out when it's fully out.
Very true. Yep. Let's see. Oh, I did leave in the trailer for Let It Die Inferno just so you can see how crappy it was. What sucks about Let It Die Inferno, though, is that it still has a pretty decent art style. Like, they still kind of have this weirdly goofy crazy. They've got Uncle Death is in there. And things are kind of bizarre looking, but I don't know. Even from this trailer, I think that if you just showed me this trailer and I didn't have any other knowledge, like if it wasn't even called Let It Die, if I didn't know anything about any of the AI stuff, I'd still think I'd be like, no, I don't want to play that.
No,
like,
it's just, it looks very generic in a way that's like even more generic than the way it's like. There's a lot of weird like characters and design, like enemy designs.
Yeah,
but the characters themselves don't feel like all that interesting. Even from a free-to-play character game type.
I think a lot of people online also said that it's mostly also just PvP, that there aren't as many like...
Oh, not a lot of PvE sections.
Not a lot of PvE stuff in there.
That was one of the reasons I didn't really want to play any of these to begin with. I'm not super into like...
But you want to go buy some fruit and Arc Raiders?
Yeah.
Get that fruit.
Like, I like... Fortnite's one of the few like PvE or PvP type things that I'm fine with, but that's because that's a battle royale.
Yeah,
like I'm not a big fan of and Overwatch is not Overwatch, but Marvel Rivals is just Overwatch basically.
Right,
it's not really about killing each other. So I don't know. I just there's some games that just don't work for me that way.
It also just doesn't look very good. Like it just
it doesn't look very good.
It doesn't look very good.
But some good enemy designs outside of that, I don't think it looks very good.
Yeah. We got the reveal trailer for The Godslayer. This was a very strange game. I went to go look this up, and the company that made this this is a cinematic trailer, and it's like got a very like it's kind of martial arts inspired. No, okay. I watched this trailer, Michael, and we don't have time for me to let you watch the entire thing, but I was like, so somebody wanted to make a Legend of Korra game without paying for the license, because there's this Asian guy, and he's in this kind of steampunky town. It looks a lot like the steampunky version of Avatar. They've got kind of like old-timey cars, and it's got
he's
some
like
medieval stuff.
using bending-y type things.
He's using elemental magic. Then he puts on a mask that makes him look a lot like that dude in Korra that wears the mask that takes the people's powers away. And then there's like kind of a somebody's summoning a god, and they're getting ready to execute a bunch of people, and then he slips in and he rescues all the people that are about to be killed, and then people all stand up and like, you know, they're like, we're all gonna fight this god. But I don't know, I just reeked of Avatar to me. Like,
yeah, he's doing like he did like an earth bendy type thing right there.
Yep.
Shooting fire.
Yep.
Like flying towards things. There's a lot of Avatar, and I don't mean the Navi one.
Yeah.
A lot of Last Airbender Avatar DNA in this type of thing.
Yeah.
But mixed in with a bunch of like weird. I don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like other types of these games where they're these giant like enemy types or something.
Oh, kind of Shadow of the Colossus. So
yeah, because it's not something you would have seen in Avatar. Like it's just like somebody made an Avatar game, but they also have like these insane enemy types instead.
Yeah,
which is why you can't really be like, well, that's just Avatar. It's like, well, no, it's not, because look at the enemies. They're different, completely different.
So I was like, well, is this just another Where Winds Meet? Is this another, like, because of the Asian inspired thing and the fact that it doesn't really have a lot of dialogue to it? I'm like, is this another kind of independent Chinese game? And I went and I looked up the developer for this and what they'd done before. The major things that people would know from these guys is My Time at Porsche and My Time at Sandrock.
What?
Those are the games that they made before this, which looks like those are like games where children do Minecraft things, and there's some light combat. And this looks like a fucking Wuxia elemental Avatar explosion ripoff. And
I love that you can see the low budget stuff that happens every now and then. Like there's that scene where when he first comes down, he uses the fire to slow down.
Yeah,
his face stays exactly the same.
Yeah,
there's no other like facial emotions that he's doing during that scene.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, you guys only have so much money. I can tell.
I don't know. I'd like to know more. Like, first off,
I want to, but
first off, how close is this to what the game actually looks like? Because if it looks like My Time at Sandrock, then this trailer is lying on its ass to me.
That would be really funny.
But yeah, go check it out. The Godslayer. It's also on the Xbox channel. I get the impression this is probably like Microsoft gave them a blank check, and now it's going to be on Game Pass, and then it's not going to do enough business on Game Pass, and then it's going to be the last thing they make for Microsoft.
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Real quick, Dying Light the Beast has a 1.4 update. Big thing
nice.
here, new game plus. It's also got a bunch of like I think prestige things you can get for beating the game. You can unlock some new legend levels. Some of the stuff I don't really know what it is. Probably they reworked the parkour system to make it a little bit better. There's ray tracing now in the PC version. Some new finishing moves. You know, just seems like if they're like, hey, if you need a good reason, here's a reason to go play this game. Everything I heard made it sound like this game was good.
No, everybody says that this is probably one of their favorites of this, and because it's not as long, I think, is what I've heard too.
Yeah,
that's probably why they did New Game Plus right away.
Yeah. Let's see. Switching over to horror, we got the release trailer for Sleep Awake. A game Man and I played last week. It's like nobody can go to sleep, or if you go to sleep, you die. And so you're living in this world where everybody's like forced to stay awake, and it's kind of making everybody crazy in different ways. I don't know. We really liked the beginning of it because there was like a dream sequence that was really evocative, and then it got into like sneak through this area full of generic looking soldiers in a broken down town. And it was like, well, that wasn't anywhere near as fun, but it's got pretty nice imagery. Like,
yeah, there was like some Rooster Teeth thing they did that had the same idea of that sort of like everybody has to stay awake, and because if they sleep they die type of thing.
Yeah,
but it's an interesting idea still. But if that is a shame if the game isn't like exactly what you want it to be at all times.
Yeah, it's also the latest of the Blumhouse games.
Oh, that explains some stuff. Yeah,
which they've been pretty decent so far. This one was like okay. I mean, if you're like a big horror, if you're like looking for a big horror game, I could see playing it. I'm just like, I'm out here in the like, give me the 85 or above games, not the 70s. So, yeah. Let's see. We also got the release date trailer for Dead Format. This is one I think I've seen on some of the older stuff. It's a very interesting thing where you've got VHS tapes and you're putting them in like this weird rigged up VCR thing. And it looks like when you do, it makes like a door that turns into a portal that lets you go into the VHS tape.
Oh.
And so there's a bunch of different tapes with like different themes, like this kind of medieval black and white thing. There's also a bunch of like live action footage that's peppered in.
Yeah, it's probably like part of like what the VHS is showing at the time.
Yeah. And I don't know. It looks like it could be interesting. Like this one looks like it's lit like a giallo movies. It's got these extreme like bright colored lights.
Yeah, and there was like one that was like very black and white, like old school horror movie.
Yeah.
Like,
so I don't know. I'm kind of interested. Like I'm like this could be good. I don't know. It seems like it could be a decent attention grabbing hook.
the atmosphere works really well for what it's trying to do.
Yeah. And yeah, it's coming out on December 10th, so right around the corner.
Oh yeah, that's very soon.
Yeah, middle of next week, I believe.
So the Wednesday before Game Awards.
Yeah, true. We also got the launch trailer for She's Leaving. Michael, I think you and I have talked about this one before.
We did, yeah, because we were very curious about this one.
Because this is the one with the blood spatter. It's like Resident Evil, but you've got weird Dexter tools and like a taser and a black light.
Yeah.
And couldn't really figure out exactly what the fuck it was, but
I'm still not sure.
I'm still not. It looks like a combination of, like a light Resident Evil but I don't know what you would use the blood spatter for. Like if that's just
it's probably like for clues or something into finding stuff or something.
And then the bad guys look like the replicants, the cheap replicants from the Alien universe.
Oh, okay.
Who just have the white faces.
I could see that.
White faces with no expression. So still looks interesting. I don't know. It's another one that I've kind of got on my radar. Kind of curious.
Very, very curious.
So
also the name just called She's Leaving. I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah. Out now on Steam, so you can check it out. Speaking of real weird curiosities, this was a really crazy thing. So this is a game called Zlin City Arch Moderna. Zlin is the capital of Czechoslovakia.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. I looked that up. So this is kind of a dev diary thing. This guy talks about how there was a point in history where this dude came into the city and basically modernized it and spent a lot of corporate money to build like skyscrapers and like more modern buildings for people that then got people to move to the city because there was a lot more opportunity to have a house or whatever. This guy wanted to make a game. He wasn't entirely sure what he wanted to do. What he's making appears to be like a city management and building game. But the interesting thing is that instead of like modeling everything, they're 3D printing like figures and buildings and then hand painting them so that they look like little dioramas.
Yeah.
And then 3D high resolution capturing those models to be the basis of the in-game graphics.
Oh.
And so what you're left with is a really strikingly unique look to the whole thing.
Yeah. It's almost got like a Thomas the Tank Engine feel.
Yeah, or it's a little like tilt shifty almost as well. So, but yeah, you've got the little characters with no face, and they're like really simply painted. So yeah, this guy's just making it. He's got a team. Talk about like they've got a good audio guy. They've got like artists and stuff. They've even got a guy who's like a historical researcher to talk about like the history of when buildings were put up where in town. Fascinating stuff. I love, like, this isn't the genre that I'm into the most, but I love the passion on display. Like,
yeah, that's the thing that we've talked about, which is that more people need to like. Or not more people. Where you really like the fact that there are more people just going like, what if we just took like a puppet or something that's like that wouldn't move on its own normally?
Yeah.
scanned it in and then put it in a game and then have us move it using the models that are scanned.
Yeah.
Like, that's just really a really cool idea. Like, it's just because, with people, you can scan people and then they will do their acting and stuff. But like being able to do that with stop motion and just these models and like the chimneys, like doing the smoke and stuff. It's so fucking cool looking.
Yeah. And it looks like there's that one scene where it looks like it's adaptive, where you can like kind of change the size of like buildings and stuff. So
I love it. I love this shit.
Yep. It's zlincity.com if you want to check out more. So yeah, I don't know. Looks pretty cool. Pretty nifty. Shifting gears, we got an extremely hard game. This is the demo launch trailer. This appears to be a multiplayer game where you've got two ducks that are carrying like a nest with an egg in it, and if you accidentally run into anything, it'll crack or throw the egg out, and you've got to like keep your egg from cracking. And so you're trying desperately to navigate through the world with two people, and I'm like, oh, that looks fucking terrible.
It's extremely hard, Jeff.
Yeah, it looks extremely hard.
It's definitely like a streamer game, though.
Yeah. Also, it's worth pointing out that every time they fail, the two ducks go absolutely berserk and start quacking the shit out of each other.
It's pretty funny.
But it's it's very simple and it's very nice looking.
Yeah. Like it's not a super simple looking game. These are very well detailed models all around.
Yeah.
With some simplistically, that's clearly an art style decision.
Yeah.
Not anything else.
But yeah, looks pretty cool.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Demo out now.
With somebody you trust not to murder you if you fail.
And then last up, we got there's a free update for Pokemon Legends Z-A. Mewtwo
Bizarre.
and the Muonite stones. Muonite.
That's what it says.
Stones. I don't know anything about Mewtwo. He always seemed like a weird thing to be in Pokemon because he seems like some kind of outer space conqueror psychopath. So
he's a clone.
Yeah,
is what Mewtwo is supposed to be. He's a clone of Mew, which was the original 150th Pokemon.
Okay,
that you could get, and they cloned it, and that's why he's called Mewtwo.
Okay. Yeah, it's a free update, so you can go get it right now. And then, as has previously been mentioned, that first pre-order DLC for Pokemon ZA is out this month.
I forgot the game was actually on the Switch, like the normal Switch.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I keep thinking it's like a
Switch 2
Switch 2 game.
Yeah,
I bet you it runs like ass though on the Switch.
Maybe. I mean, when they compared the older ones, it was like, oh, they just took a lot out of it. They just took a lot of just things. Like there's not as much foliage. There's not as many like Pokemon.
I'll have to look into that.
There's also they had for Mega Dimension. They had a little trailer showing the Mega Lucario evolution. He gets goes fucking crazy, goes nuts.
All kinds of hair now.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of shit hanging off of him. I don't even know what that shit is. So,
I don't know
either. He beats up another one of his own kind. Traitor.
So there's two versions of his mega thing.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the whole thing. December 10th, that's coming out. So this week.
Cool.
We got an Xbox Game Pass update with some new stuff for December. Pretty good stuff on here. So Monster Train 2, Spray Paint Simulator, 33 Immortals, Indiana Jones: The Great Circle is coming back December 4th. Routine is coming out December 4th.
Which one was that one?
That's the analog horror thing that we saw a million years ago, where the guy has like a gun that looks like a VCR, and then there's like a robot that he's sneaking around and kind of like an old thing.
Yeah.
That game is finally coming out.
I didn't realize that.
Yep. A game about digging a hole.
That game was great. I found out how it ended, by the way, but I won't say.
Yeah. Death Howl, which is a kind of indie strategy game. Dome Keeper on the 9th. Mortal Kombat 1 on December 10th.
I really wish I loved that game more.
Bratz Rhythm and Style on the 11th.
That's your favorite, Jeff.
Yeah.
I know how much you love the Bratz universe.
Dude, the Bratz, they're so bratty. There's a question about whether this is part 1, because the announcement for this kind of made it sound like it could be the whole of December.
Oh, okay.
But
sorry, I thought you were... For a second there, I thought you were like the part 1 of the Bratz game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, Bratz part 1. Yeah. We hope you have a chill rest of December was like the part of this. And it's like, well, usually they announce part 1, but then they also announce part 2.
Yeah,
so
that's there's probably going to be another chunk, probably
so.
mid. They're probably after Game Awards, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they haven't mentioned it.
People saw there was a little Assassin's Creed holiday update where they were talking about the stuff that's in Shadows, and it really briefly zip-zapped into some Animus bullshit. One of the scenes has like a person, like a silhouette of somebody that kind of looks like the lady from Shadows, like on the side of like a like kind of a weird cyberspace. In one of these scenes, people think that in the background they're seeing the front silhouette of what could be a pirate ship. This is possible. If so, that's a really fuck off deep cut. So
I would like zoom in on it. I'm trying to see like what they're seeing.
So like this is like the prow, and then like the rigging going back.
I can kind of see now though.
Yeah, which everybody's like, Black Flag 4 remake, right? Because it's like the worst kept secret in the entire fucking world.
Yeah, everybody's still waiting on that. Yeah,
doing a Black Flag remake. So
I like Black Flag was the last Assassin's Creed game I really loved. After that, I just could not give a shit.
I think I probably liked Syndicate. Is at least in the running, like it's close to.
Okay.
Probably Black Flag was probably the one that was last, like really high up on the list. So
that one I adored that game.
If you're an Infinity Nikki fan, Infinity Nikki 2.0 is adding a whole bunch of new like areas and outfits and all kinds of crazy new lore, and also a theme song by Indina Menzel, the lady who played Elsa. And she did some of the songs for Wicked.
Yeah, it's like, I know that name. I just don't
She was in Rent, like all over the place. So
she didn't pay her rent. That's ridiculous.
She didn't pay her rent. So all that stuff is coming out. It sounds like a pretty big update. So if you're into that, go give it a look. We also found out that the next Styx game that I and only I am interested in.
I didn't even know they were making another one.
Blades of Greed was supposed to be coming out this year. You might notice that we're almost done with this year, and that on none of my spreadsheets do I have Styx. Styx has been pushed back into next year.
That's a shame.
Just to give it a level of polish. I'm like, no, my most anticipated game of December of 2025, the new Styx game. Oh, how could you do this to me, motherfuckers?
That game the original one is always like on sale every 20 fucking seconds.
Well, the original one was called like of Orcs and Men or something.
Yeah, something like that.
It's a weird one though. Yep. And then let's wrap it up with a few. Oh wait, also Skyblivion, which was supposed to come out in 2025, has been pushed into 2026. So
okay,
it's supposed to be in a very good state, but they're still working on it. And the mod team is like, I don't know, this is a mod. And they're like, we're dedicated to not having crunch. I'm like, I fucking hope so.
I hope so. Yeah. Why would you need crunch for a mod?
Are you guys getting paid or something?
Like no, don't do that. Do not crunch for mods, man.
Yeah. All right, Michael, did you know that there was a Splatterhouse JRPG?
No, really?
It was called Splatter World. God, I hate the fucking internet. I pay for YouTube Red so I don't have to watch fucking commercials. Splatter World. This is a very weird, never released in the West Splatterhouse JRPG. It's a lot like that Gone Home game or whatever, where you talk to people and you walk around and you get into random fights a la Dragon Warrior, and you play as like a guy with what kind of looks like the Splatterhouse mask on, even though it looks like he's wearing like a gi or something. Like, I don't even know.
I think he was just wearing like a normal outfit and they gave him the mask or whatever.
But this is a thing that had been like rumored for a long time, and then apparently in October of this year, somebody dumped the entire ROM. And it got put on 4chan, I think, like on the internet.
Oh, it says it was a prototype, so they probably never even finished it.
Oh yeah, but somebody has translated it.
Oh, that's incredible.
And you can now get a fan translation like within a couple months of coming out, and it's out. It's out for reals. So
it's crazy how many games are out in the world that just, one, were never finished, two, were never finished, and there's like really close to complete copies out there.
Yeah,
we will just never see in our lifetime.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Like when I was looking at video of the game, I'm like, oh, I don't think this looks like it's very fun. I don't think I want to play this.
It's probably why they didn't finish it.
Yeah. So let's see. this is a story that's been out for a little while. There was a modder called Zor 4D that created this GTA 4 path tracing mod. This was like featured on, I think it was like Digital Foundry did a video on this.
Oh, okay.
Where they showed that like they just used RTX Remix to add in a bunch of like light sources and path tracing and stuff. And so it's a real big like kind of glow up for GTA 4. Like you get like more reflections and like better like shadows and light sources and stuff like this. This has been known about for a little while now, but the big thing is that up until this week, it used to be you had to go sign up for somebody's Patreon in order to actually get the mod.
Yeah.
So now it's out there for reals, and you can actually just go grab it and apply it to GTA 4. It's amazing what people will go through to continue modding old Rockstar games.
100%. Also, it's a crime GTA 4 is not really like purchasable on newer things.
Yeah.
GTA 4 has probably my favorite GTA story of all of them. Like,
Yeah.
hands down. It's just so good.
Yeah.
And part of it, I think, is because they don't want to pay the voice actor.
Well, there is that.
Because they had a huge falling out.
That's true. Yeah. So the only thing about it is that when you dig into it a little bit, you'll see that the path tracing makes Nico's hair really shiny.
Yeah, I was about to
It
say.
looks like he's wearing like a Ken doll head, but like other than that, it looks really nice. Like the just beefing up the lighting engine really does a lot to make a game, even an older game, look good. It's got like good foundations, good bones.
Yeah, the lighting engines do a lot of heavy lifting for even current games.
Yeah. So yeah. Come on, Rockstar. Of course, I forgot to once again carp and complain about how people were like, oh, Red Dead 1 has a next-gen update before Red Dead 2 has a next-gen update. The game still doesn't have a next-gen update. But if you want to do something, this is one of these crazy modders on the internet, Shake Mistake, who previously created he hooked one of those like walking treadmills up to Red Dead 2 and then walked from one side of the map to the other.
Oh my God.
It was like 15,000 steps apparently. Like he turned off all of the aggression was turned off.
So he could do it in peace.
Because he's like, not only do I not want to be robbed, I don't want to be chased by like a cougar while I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Well, his latest insanity is that he hooked his rowing machine up to the rowboats.
Oh my God.
In Red Dead 2, and then like is rowing his way down like one of the hardest rivers in the game. So, and he even made it so that like the handle on his rowing machine like turns.
Yeah, so he can like turn which way he needs to.
Which like that's one way to exercise.
Yeah, what an insane thing to do. But
Yeah.
this is why I'm glad the internet exists. Is dumb, insane shit like this.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he would be doing this and telling his friends, hey guys, guess what I did? And they'd be like, why?
Right.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Instead of like thousands of people going, yeah, keep fucking doing that shit, man. I want to see more of this.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's our show. We're done. We didn't go. Well, no, we still went over time. Fuck.
Yeah, we did.
I tried. Son
We
of a
tried.
bitch.
It's because
All right.
we over talked about one game. I guess I bet you. I don't remember which one it was, but I know we did.
Well, that's just par for the course. Michael, tell them where they can find you. We're out over here going way over time with me.
You can find me on oneofus.net. We do a lot of movie and television reviews. You can also find me on YouTube under Supermaniacs. It's a Superman podcast I do sometimes.
Right on. And yeah, you know where to find me because you're already listening to this podcast. But if you like it, maybe go to patreon.com/RageSelect and help us out. You kick us $1, get some bonus videos in return, get access to Discord server, and pat yourself on the back because you help make Rage Select a thing. And boy, I couldn't be happier about that. Now, and now that I've thanked you and we've been very gracious, get out of my house. I must rest. I must rest now. Goodbye.